Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Mytrin's apartment. God.
I'm here, Mai. Are you going to invite me in, or...?
I'd love to, but apparently my shutter doors are being... a little uncooperative.
Maybe they don't work in a power outage.
This is Tengu Town, Ms. Delacroix. Not a lot of trust in J-Tech. They much prefer steam power around here. More my style, anyway. There's an engineer in the area trying to restore power. Goes by Krex. Commander, help him get the grid back up.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yep, alright. Time to go fix the power grid whether I want to or not. I blame Azmira Star for this. She sent a bunch of eels into the power grid and... what was that? Pickle. I remember being stuck on this step for some reason. Oh, I actually specifically need a raptor for this. Okay. Sure, I can jive with that.
I was having a hell of a time trying to lift those on my own. Steady's raptors aren't particularly keen on me.
Right, okay, so...
If you're not too busy, I could use a hand with these canisters.
yeah, that's great.
You're gonna need that raptor to carry them.
There is a rental nearby. He even mentions it in the dialogue.
Some of the power's back. She'll need a little more juice. Another 2 canisters should do the trick.
Hello, little one. I want to talk about it.
Chirp up, Decay. Tell me what happened.
Can I just do this on my Skyclaw, please? Jesus. There we go. Oh, the episode with Friend in it. Yeah. Isn't that season 2, though? Yeah, that's... I mean, that makes sense. I wish I remembered all the factors we came up with. Because, like, you know what I mean, right, Ross? Like, most of the TNG characters just weren't themselves at the start. I shouldn't have jumped. Okay. Honestly, it's probably true with most shows.
Hello, citizen. Enjoy your daily activities.
Hey, Luke. Yeah, early Catra. That's another good example of that. And then there's mid Catra, and then there's later Catra, and then there's even later Catra, and then Catra finally shows up in the final season.
And we're in business.
This better be worth it, Mai.
I'm barely being facetious. I don't have hard proof of it, but I'm pretty sure there was just a lot of infighting in the office, in the writer's room, about Catra. Because they kept changing their minds on her. They kept portraying her different ways. Sometimes in the same episode.
Mai says she's got something that can get us into the lab.
You believe her?
At this point, we're out of options. I'm just along for the ride.
You mean to keep an eye on the captain?
She's had plenty of opportunities to escape. Could have ducked out when we were fighting that Jade Loader. Don't know if I believe she's really changed, but I think she's serious about getting even with Anka.
Right, well... yeah, Adora was like... oh my god, Rapunzel. She never really stopped being the same character, but in a good way. And Catra was more like Cassandra. Enough said.
Okay, Don't mind the mess.
Did a bomb go off in here?
My jade sweeper broke and I didn't have time to order a replacement. Now, where the hell did it go?
Guess I'll help you find whatever it is.
She also has 5 cats in here.
Keep looking.
Is this what you were looking for?
Yes, my Imperial Security Badge. That will get you through any Kaineng lab security, even during a blackout.
I'm sure you acquired it through entirely legitimate means.
Actually, yeah, I did. It's all I've got left that proves June used to trust me. For a little bit. I really thought I could be someone different. But you can't run from your past, can you? Anyway, take it, Commander. If it helps us stop Anka, then it's more useful in your hands.
Well, thank you, Mai. I'll meet you and Jory at the lab.
Well, hopefully not, because either that's a cable issue, in which case it's fine, it'll take like 5 minutes to fix, or it's not, in which case you're going to be buying a new monitor. Oh, I like Catra a lot more than Cassandra in Season 5. I say without hyperbole that Catra, early Catra, was the worst thing about early She-Ra. It could be a GPU issue, which would also be much more frustrating to deal with. That's the really horrible thing about computer parts. If something breaks, it's probably about 1 or 2 things, but it could also be these other 15 things. And that's not even hyperbole.
He thinks it's a nest of purist, huh? Giving him That's a pretty lofty. I'm trying to set up a meeting with Mizuki. See if we can get a couple.
Well, I really hope it's not a GPU issue, because good luck. GPUs are awful right now to get a hold of, in general. And that's not looking to change anytime soon.
Are you interested in buying some red sunflowers?
Oh, I missed my path. God dang it. That's actually what I was referencing, was the prices going up. Like, if I wanted to get the same GPU I currently have, that's going to put me back like $1,000. And that's for the same GPU I already have, not an upgrade.
Looking for something a little more mild? Give our Kaineng.
Real quick, so some of you may or may not be aware that not too long ago, about 3 hours ago actually, Guild Wars 2's official Twitter account tweeted out a thing saying in 15 days they would be showcasing something. And it was an image of a hexagon with a bard, like a lute, in front of it. We're not sure what that means, of course. All kinds of possible speculation. Cool, cool, cool. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Here's the really important part. There's a reason I quit Twitter. It's actually several reasons I quit Twitter, but my favorite is one of the top responses to that post is, I didn't realize people still played this game. It's the casual insult that gets to me the most.
Commander, Tiny caught me up. This is incredible. This is huge. Massive.
Potentially.
Yes. Potential is all it is right now. We need more data. But if these power cells use dragon magic...
It could explain how they're being corrupted. Timmy, Keith, how's Aureen doing? I'd like to get her take.
She's doing all right, but seems to be asleep. Dreaming, perhaps.
I'll bet she's doing that mental projection thing again. Aureen could be anywhere right now.
I'll bet she has an idea what's going on here.
Maybe, but in the meantime we can collect hard data right here in this lab. Tiny?
Yeah, I need you to scan a few more batteries. They're basically off the assembly line when they get there. Now that we know what we're looking for, I should be able to isolate the energy signature after a few scans.
No, I mean Twitter.
Looks like our next Jade battery is up there. Way up there.
What if I stuck the scanner on my Jade bot?
The scanners and drones are on the same network. We could grab the data remotely. Good idea, Commander.
Cool. A Bard Elementalist. Yeah, one of the things that several people pointed out, including Giga, is, well, it's not actually visible here, but when I say hexagon, it's like one of these images, right? Or, well, one of these right here. Well, yeah, Bram isn't here to constantly get in the way and, you know, be Bram. I forgot how wild this thing controls. Down. Okay.
Let me tell you what bothers me. This whole time, not a single shred of evidence Anka's targeting these facilities.
You were the one who pointed us here. You saying you were wrong?
I know what I heard. Anka's definitely up to something.
You've been working with June all these years. You had no idea she was playing around with dragon magic?
I knew it had something to do with dragons. But this? No way.
Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky too, because, I mean, I don't really tweet. I'm not much of a social media person. But I actually look at my Blue Sky account. Yeah, these days I'm mostly just squatting on Twitter. I don't feel like having someone impersonating me again.
Getting real close to a usable sample size, Commander. A few more scans should do it.
Excellent. There are few things more satisfying than a foolproof sample size.
You really gotta get out more.
I get out all the time. It's where the bugs are.
What?
He's an entomologist.
And as you know, a published expert in draconology. Oh, and magic waveforms too.
So, you're not just an expert on dragons, but bugs and magic?
And my powers of deduction are leading me into a promising career as a crime-solving detective.
All right,
Oh god, I forgot about that.
let's let the commander focus.
Detective Ah, Detective Gorak. Blue Sky is Twitter too, put extremely simply, Cloak. Founded by different people under different auspices, and will probably be really cool until it finally, and eventually, and inevitably becomes terrible again. Then there will be another new social media service, which will repeat the cycle. I should mention, Twitter is not the first time we've been through this cycle. Or the second, or the third. Oh, I don't actually know. I'd have to sit down and think about it, how many times we've been through this pattern, just with social media stuff, too. Because, like, that's not even counting a lot of other things that have been through these kind of cycles.
Final scan's coming through. Now I just need to compare it to... Gorak, check this.
I do remember ICQ.
Timey, you look ill. You should...
This... Timey, there's no way.
I know.
Somebody explain what's going on, please.
Okay, so dragon magic we've seen up to this point, all of it, has been in some way combinatorial.
Zaitan's magic layered with mortar moths, layered with pralks.
Or it's been that, but filtered. Oreen's magical signature.
But the margin of error bugged me, so I called the signatures of all the dragons, even Oreen. It was a perfect match.
A perfect match? What does that mean?
Pure dragon magic. I've made theoretical models, but never expected to see it.
I think it's time we had a conversation with June. Timey.
Aetherblade party bypassed the lockdown. No Anka.
Then it's just a distraction.
Timey, find June. We're about to be distracted.
Time to kill people. Only Giga was here to kill people with me. But I know she'd rather die than play Guild Wars 2. She's thinking about her Elementalist Bard. I don't blame her. Could someone do me a random favor? So, Gamescom is August, right? I think. I'm remembering my dates even close to correctly. Giga, stop farming money. Okay, fine. You can go back to farming money. Thank you, Mr. That's more or less exactly what I wanted. So, tomorrow's the 1st. Which means we are, 51 days out. So the reason I ask is they were talking about how they're going to reveal something about the new expansion in 15 days. But the running presumption has been they were going to show something at Gamescom. For example, we know that WoW Midnight is going to be showcased at Gamescom. By the way, WoW Midnight is getting showcased at Gamescom. I am extremely excited about that.
My breath.
Midnight is their next really big chance to screw it up, put very, very simply. Like, if they're going to screw it up, this is when that's going to happen. Oh, absolutely, Kennex Scan.
Anka isn't here. Where is she?
Okay, Hem. I sincerely doubt this is true because this kind of stuff is planned weeks or months in advance. But statistically speaking, it's at least possible that ArenaNet is trying to dodge Gamescom, because I know that Midnight is not the only big thing being announced at it. They would have known that too. Which is why I asked about the 15 days thing, or rather the 51 days thing, because it means they might be showcasing the new expansion before Gamescom just to try and distance themselves from that. Wouldn't blame them if they did.
Hey, Commander, I've got June now. I'm patching everyone in. Commander, Tiny hasn't said what this is about, but I can interpret the waveforms on her screen better than most.
When exactly were you planning to tell us your Jade Tech Empire runs entirely on dragon magic?
I understand your concern. You have experience in this, and an Elder Dragon's perspective. As do I. You? How?
The two are partnered. Jade Power was not solely June's idea.
Marine? When did she tell you?
She didn't have to. She sounds tired, troubled.
That's why Suwon is under my protection, in a top-secret, state-of-the-art facility.
There is no facility in the world that could contain an Elder Dragon. You both know that.
Not against her will.
That's why Anka sent this diversion. June, she knows about Suwon. I don't know how, but she does.
Then I suppose it's time you all met face to face. Meet me at the reactor. I'll wave you in.
Aurene, you should hang back. If Anka shows up with that extractor...
Of course. You're right. I'll meet you there, but I'll hang back, just in case.
I'll give you a minute. I need to go brush my teeth anyways. I didn't have a chance after lunch. What I actually did is I went and I laid down. And then I hurriedly shoveled food down my throat as fast as I could. And then immediately hit start. Oh, some people ask this every now and again. Some people ask, why periodically do you not have your coat on? And the answer is actually really boring. It's because it's hot. I know this is shocking news to anybody who, you know, lives in the world right now. But there's this thing called heat. So heat is when, you know, the average level of molecular motion, friction, the actual friction between molecules creates... I'm going to shut up. I'll be right back. I mean... Oh, God, I'm sorry. Sorry, Maxwell. That sounds awful. Yeah, I live kind of south, middle-ish, so humidity is my constant companion, and I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. A lot of my family, you might have heard me say this before, a lot of my family lives out in Vegas, and they, you know, I visit a lot, obviously. And I know from experience, dry heat doesn't bug me at all. 0 Kelvin. No, that'll be here. I'll just there it is. I'm apparently muted. Dry heat is still hot. It's just, I don't know. For me personally, dry heat is a lot more manageable. I can deal with dry heat. I know I can deal with dry heat. I have tangible, tactile experience with that. Wet heat, I cannot deal with. I also have experience with that. Ugh. So, I mentioned earlier how much the game is really starting to show its age. Here's another little spaghetti code thing. The Jade batteries, the only way it knows to keep track of those is with buffs. Buffs reset upon zoning. So, I'll wait to... Oh, Giga's here. Okay, let's do it. You can't get past the gate, that's funny. Oh yeah, no, I used to have a little fluffy pad for my steering wheel. At first I had one of those leather ones, and then I realized extremely quickly that was a terrible idea. Also my seat in the car. Had to get a pad for that too.
This is incredible. The entire facility is underwater?
70 fathoms deep, give or take.
Can it really handle the water pressure?
If it can't, we'll be fish food soon enough.
Actually, we be vaporized.
Where's June?
She'll be here soon.
Long way from Xingjie. Does she really expect us to wait around for her?
I expect you to have a bit of patience, Miss Delacroix. It's the 14th century. I don't commute if I don't have to.
So this is where you have an Elder Dragon locked up.
My state-of-the-art facility is where Suwon resides, yes. I invited you here as a gesture of trust, Commander. Will you reciprocate that respect?
We'll hear you out.
Right this way.
I like the music down here, by the way.
Quite the view.
June likes to start with the guided tour. The tram, over there.
By the way, grats, Mr. Red. Although I'm not sure what you still need at this point. Ooh.
Your safety is our priority.
Like, what are you leveling?
Please keep any appendages inside the tram at all times. Welcome to Junlai Jade's famous Yong reactor. You are currently 130 meters below sea level. Our founder, Lady June, was born to a simple jade trader. However, within that stone lay boundless possibility. Sorry about that. I prefer to give these tours a more personal touch.
We were just going to learn about your father, the simple jade trader.
It was my mother who raised me. My father, the Emperor, is dead.
Oh,
Why are we here, June?
I want you all to see for yourselves what I've accomplished.
Impressive. But no place in the world can hold an Elder Dragon.
I don't know how many ways I can phrase this. Suwon is not being held. She's here of her own volition. We made a deal, one that benefits both of us, and all of Tyria. She would have ended up like the others if it weren't for my plan. Another feral beast for Dragon's Watch to put down.
Who else knows about her? This place feels like Suwon's being hidden.
I don't go around broadcasting her presence. It's strictly need to know. The Empress, the government, the invaluable workers of this groundbreaking reactor. many respond as you have. But initial shock gives way to reason. We're building the foundation of progress. I've harnessed Suwan's magic to lift up our civilization, and I want to bring that to all of Tyria.
You're offering Jade tech to the entire world.
What I'm offering is freedom. Haven't all mortals suffered enough under the tyranny of dragon magic?
That magic's becoming increasingly unstable.
An unexpected bug in the system. But it's only a minor setback. I can fix it.
You don't know that.
I'm not afraid of the unknown. No one could have foreseen Jade technology until I made it a reality.
What's this place?
The control room. The nerve center of the whole reactor. That's where all the magic happens. Figuratively. Collecting magic from a dragon is precarious. We have to be prepared for unpredictable fluctuations. It's taken a few years, but we've refined it to a science.
Well, it is a science.
Indeed. It's a delicate ecosystem. You know why we built the reactor underwater?
Vanity?
Geothermal energy. Our turbine generators are placed along rift zones. The planet provides the energy with minimal ecological impact. A closed system. A stable system.
Ingenious.
Plus, you know, water dragon.
We're expanding our operation.
Very nice.
In time, Junlai Jade will produce enough power for everyone in Tyria. Think it over. Until then, I invite you to see the rest of the facility. As we return to the reception area, you may notice fish and other fantastic marine life.
Is that a whale?
The unending ocean is home to thousands of aquatic species. Junlai Jade, building a sustainable future. Your generous investment is powering tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this interactive tour. Please watch your step as you exit the vehicle.
Now I want to see the real tour.
I don't feel so good. Motion sickness.
Well, you should have faced the bow. First rule of seafaring.
Take the elevator down. I'll see you soon.
Can we take the tour again?
Maybe later.
We will not be taking the tour later. Okay, so thank you for the sub, President Clamp. I didn't miss it. Just we were in the middle of a cutscene. Second of all, yeah, no, she's totally Tony Stark. Very Tony Stark. And yeah, as Loke pointed out, that's the edge right over there. That's the shelf, which goes out into the unending ocean. If you go that way a few miles, you'll start seeing undead fleets. Just hanging out, you know, roaming. So that's going towards Resident Evil block, Pokemon Violet, and Dead Rising, what? Rising 1R. Oh my god, I can't type today. There we go. You're basically there, Mr. Red, honestly. The quartzes are daily, although there's ways to get those faster. I don't know what those ways are, don't ask me. We do not, to my knowledge, Loke. I guess I should say I do not. Might be a better way to phrase that. That's my type of humor? Yes. That's a lie. There actually are two types of humor I don't care for. One is juvenile, the other's gross. See, that itself was a joke, because they're actually the same type of humor. So, to our knowledge, those fleets actually are not hostile, as of this moment in time. At least not in the sense you'd normally say. But we don't know exactly how hostile they are, because no one's been daring enough to go out and actually interact with them. Because, and I'm going to repeat myself here, it's a giant fleet of the undead. So...
So, just making sure we're aligned. We're not okay with this, right?
I'm taking June's word with several grains of salt.
You've seen Cantha with your own eyes. Their lives have been transformed.
If dragon magic can really be used for good, that changes everything. And as a scientist, she seems very capable and motivated, but not in a scary Scarlet Briar kind of way. Oh, no offense.
She says none taken.
Uh-huh. Now, see, I'm a very boring person, Elizar. I've actually studied humor. There's formulas and math and patterns to humor. Oh, right. I almost hit yes. Would you like to exit the zone?
I'll be having a word with your sister.
Go ahead. Let's see what she has to say about my business.
You're bringing foreigners to the young reactor. What the hell are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's my reactor and I'll do as I please.
It's a matter of national security.
It's a matter of national opportunity. Don't be so goddamn pigeon-hearted, Lee.
Me too, President Clam. Had to dump some dealer's choice on it to make it happen, but I don't mind that. That's what it's there for.
I guess start here. I have to go.
Don't you dare hang up on me!
Just a moment, Commander. I'll have the security AI grant you access. Bit of a formality. This area is restricted to authorized personnel only. Project Horizon access required. What? I thought I gave you all guest privileges. This is embarrassing. Give me a moment. Mainframe, unlock visitor level access. Unauthorized user detected. System lockdown in progress. Autonomous security active. Have a nice day. Unauthorized user? Who do you think created you?
I think I'd prefer it if JTech demo wasn't interactive. June, a little help here.
I'm trying. Hold your damn horses. Requesting. Me. Get the hell am I locked out?
If you could all watch my back, I can use the consoles to disable the mechs. You got it.
June's actually an interesting character to me. She's a very specific type of a brilliant scientist archetype. She's the kind who actually is brilliant, but has never been tested. You know the type, right? This will work because this, and this. And they're right unless something unexpected happens, something they can't predict or something goes wrong. And then they have no idea how to deal with it because they don't know how to roll with it. Yeah, very early Tony.
I've overridden the first console. 3 more to go.
You were paying attention to the security protocol briefings?
Of course. I wanted to learn from you, June. I wanted to be useful.
I see.
Requesting total.
I do find this interesting because if you think about it, in this way she is inverted from Timey. Timey is extremely good at thinking on her head. Or thinking on her feet. I guess the other way applies too. How many times has Timey been like, this? And just kind of thrown something together with whatever they had when it was needed immediately.
Combat mode set to route.
Showing the second terminal overridden. I still can't access the mainframe from my end.
Just 2 more. Cover me.
There's so many of them.
You really didn't skimp on security.
I mean, why would you skimp on security for the central reactor? Come on. Yeah, no kidding, Logue.
Third terminal down. There's something strange. I'm not the only one in the system.
Do you mean?
Yeah, it has to be her.
It's okay, this couldn't possibly go bad. There's just a deranged ex-inquest who's in the system of the central reactor of an entire nation. It's fine. Can you explain what you mean by trolled the audience, Elizar? Like, give me an example. Yeah, honestly, probably, yeah. There.
Have restored access? June?
Guess we're on our own.
She must have been fully locked out before I regained control. Anka did this. I know it. The Aether Blades are inside the facility.
Why is she doing this? What's her plan here?
Knowing her, something real bad. We have to get to Suwon.
Then let's find her.
Yes, the Inquest are Klingons, and the Canthons are the Borg. And what is that? Have you started either of them?
Hey, that's June's office. Are you always this snoopy?
It's literally in my job description. Anyway, it's not breaking and entering if you've got a key.
That's a lockpick.
There's something I wanted to ask you. I don't really know how. It's stupid. I'm an open book. How do you do it? All of it, I mean. The politics, the business, the engineering. When I watch you work, I think to myself, I can never be that. I don't know. Maybe it's in my nature. Maybe I'm doing this all out of spite for my father. I just know it's what I'm good at. And I can't imagine doing anything else. You find your purpose. You keep moving forward. You're a smart woman. Do you really want to be my smuggler forever? A sky pirate? What if this is my purpose, June?
Then we need to have a chat with Fate. Because Fate made Bram the chosen one, and I got some words. I do love the aesthetic. Chinese mixed with Magitech, really. No, Elizar, not that I'm aware of.
Satisfied.
Mythe, if you're serious about turning over a new leaf, we can help. Maybe you don't have to be just a sky pirate.
Let's just find Anka.
Hmm. I think that's everything. There's probably an achievement for getting all these, and I'm pretty sure I've already gotten it. Although I'll read one out loud here. Lady June, Project Horizon is currently operating at 23% above projections in both energy output and efficiency. Since your recommendation to use a proprietary refined jadeite as the energy catalyzing medium, Shunlai Jade has been seen unprecedented increases in transference of subject essence. The subject remains enclosed within the Yong reactor in relative comfort and security, observed and monitored closely by Indigo clearance level staff. All staff have been fully briefed on the new security procedures as ordered by Captain Fa, and the engineers have been duly warned against communicating with the subject in any way or facing immediate termination. Napui Labs reports that jadeite refinement output has increased due to demand for jade tech in the consumer market, and the municipal power plant 01 has been recently converted to their facility to use imbued jade tech batteries to bring New Kaineng City power supply up into the modern age. The subject's essence seems remarkably suited to the refined jadeite required from the Jade Sea, as noted in the first quarterly report. Research is ongoing into the nature of this correlation. Early indications suggest that the latent magic imbued in the mineral's composition due to the tremendous release of energy and the catastrophic event known as the Jade Wind may play a role. Oh my god, a fish got in! What do we do?
The doors are locked. We can't go this way.
There's an auxiliary maintenance corridor through the facility. It leads to the main reactor chamber.
Ooh. You have the fish, I'll have the chips.
Why do you know about this alternate path through the reactor?
Well,
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Exit to New Kaineng?
Hope you were paying attention in the Jadebot training course.
I've been wondering. This reactor, it's not so different from Thamanova. That's where I first met Anka. Scarlet destroyed it. At the time, that was our world. Our home. Our friends. And then it was gone. I couldn't stay there anymore. I had to leave. I've been trying to figure out why Anka became who she is. Do you think it's because...
We all choose our own paths, Gorik. Some things are beyond our control.
Anka changed in the mists. She did horrible things. I should have stopped her. I was her captain. If anyone's responsible for this mess, it's me. That's why I have to be the one to fix it.
I don't know, it smells a little fishy to me. So I don't think Mr. Red is present, unfortunately, PB Good Fate, but I'll be sure and relay the message. I agree, it's a very good highlight reel. You should watch the other ones. Most notably, let's see, Shattered Universe, Head On, and I would say Secret of the Stars are probably like the top 3. Game. Oh, there's Mr. Red. Mr. Red, PB Good Fate says, you suck! PB Good Fate says, I suck! You somehow turned my terrible streams into something entertaining. Like, for example, the fact that I can't seem to open this door. Oh my god. This is not what I would call a puzzle. I also can't backtrack. Okay. Okay. That's actually even stupider than I thought it was. Now this might be a puzzle. Let's see. No, don't. The fish nose. What I'm mystified by is why it lets me interact with something that it knows I can't do anything with. I know that sounds like a really minor thing to comment on, but why does it let me do that? Hello, Anka.
Fancy meeting you here, Mai. Seems you found some new friends. Oh, I see you're a little upset.
What's your plan here?
I always hated spoilers. Maybe I just wanted to see this visionary reactor with my own eyes. It really is something. Takes me back.
You can have the Aether Blades. I relinquish all authority to you. Just stop whatever it is you're doing.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news. The Blades are already mine. It didn't take much convincing. The crew agrees. You've lost your way, Captain. You saw what I saw in the mists. The rich lady wants to control the dragon cycle. You can't control chaos.
I believe in June.
Too bad. I'd love to stay and reminisce, but I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Anka!
Gorik.
I have something to say. Everything you've done, you're a liar, Anka!
Goodbye, Gorik.
That actually affected her.
I don't know if you can hear me. Try not to assume the worst, but I've lost contact with my reactor. My life's work. I don't know what you're doing. If you think you're some kind of liberator for Suwan, you're making a mistake.
Agreed, Logue. You know, the kind of people who should be killed. Unlike my Trin, who is very clearly more of a pirate. Hello, Suwan.
You've made it, Champion of Aureen. I'm grateful to have met you at last.
Suwan.
You came to rescue me, didn't you? I appreciate the gesture, but I don't need saving. Not from June, anyway.
You're really here by choice?
It was I who proposed this arrangement to her. She's an audacious one, is she not? This place. It manages the flow of magic between me and Tyria's ley lines.
Manages?
June used a different word. Modulate. She takes the magic I shed to make new Dragon Jade. It's been a most harmonious arrangement.
Wait. The other Elder Dragons. We killed them. Some of that magic went to Aureen, but the rest...
Returned to the web of ley lines, and then to me. You did what you had to do, but I can't filter the magic alone. Even when my children were alive, we couldn't filter it together. As each of them fell, the magic grew more corrupted. Now, it's become something else. Something disagreeable to mortal life. I've shielded my flock from it for a long time, but I cannot abate the flow of magic for much longer. When I'm gone, all of Tyria will be destroyed. All life extinguished.
There has to be a way to stop it.
Aureen, the Scion. She can filter all of the world's magic, but she must be ready. Without me, the magic will crash through her like a tsunami. It was my intention to give her more time, acclimate her to the role. But it looks like I have none left to give.
That's right. You're in danger, Suwan. June's lost control of the reactor.
I know. It was a naive indulgence of mine to think I could stay here forever. Such mortal fancies are unbecoming of an Elder Dragon. Take care of Aureen. That is the role of a champion. And please, don't try to save me.
Wait, Suwan! What does that mean? Suwan.
You're back. Come on, we have to hurry.
Loading? Game? Suwan's just... Okay. I guess we're just gonna... Okay, cool. Ahem. Two things. First of all, it occurs to me, something Anka said is that you can't control chaos. Yeah, you can. We do that every day. That's what you do with chaos, is you yoke it, you control it, you manage it, you filter it, you fluid it. You don't just allow water to spill out over your entire farm. You create aqueducts. You create I can't think of the word. Irrigation, right? Duh. You shouldn't try to completely control chaos, but you can control chaos. To say otherwise is ignorant at best. That's a good question, Evan.
have a pained soul, tiny one. Do you believe I mean you harm?
The entirety of your existence is harm, Elder Dragon. In this life, I'm only an ant. What I'm about to do, breaking the cycle, it's for a better world, I promise. See you on the other side, Commander.
Anka! Don't!
It's begun. When the time comes, the cycle must end. Promise me.
Commander. Commander, are you okay?
I'm fine.
I'm a fish.
Oreen's stolen magic! Anka unleashed the extractor!
If your legs work, then we need to get out of here. Now! Follow me!
We need to help Suwon. We can't just abandon...
Reactor malfunction detected. Status critical.
Oh, that's bad! Commander, nothing matters if the reactor blows.
Gorik, how long will this place hold?
I don't know! The brainings compromise the entire structural integrity!
Please remain calm and evacuate immediately.
I'm going to assume that's not from a pressure leak, because if it was, we'd probably be extremely dead. This far below water. Below surface level, I should say. Aye. So what's the negative, Scumlord?
Please remain calm and evacuate immediately.
Is anyone else running in place to me? Or is it just me? That's just...
Alchemy!
Hell was that?
Main power couplings offline.
We gotta get out of here! We gotta...
This must be why they say to take the stairs during an emergency!
We've survived 5 Elder Dragons and a God of War. Of course we'd die in an elevator.
Warning. Primary subject not detected.
Not detected?
Suwon's escaped. Anka's plan all along.
Jade power grid overloaded. Reactor temperature rising.
This is bad.
Oh god, we're gonna get blamed for this, aren't we?
This entire place is about to blow, and it won't stop there. The city's whole Dragon Jade network will overflow with excess magic.
The explosion will be like numerous Thaumanova disasters at the same time!
The loss of life will be incalculable.
How do we stop it?
There's a control room up ahead. If we get there, I can shut it all down.
Shut it down? June taught you how to do that?
No. She did.
Okay. Our fate's in the hands of a plastered pirate captain and her invisible psychopath friend.
I'm sober, unfortunately. But when we get out, you're buying me a drink.
Please remain calm and evacuate immediately.
Just looking around. I think we actually have to go this way. Or not. Who keeps heartsing? Oh, it's Giga. Never mind. Giga, why are you heartsing?
Please remain calm and evacuate immediately.
Captain Trin, we're here to give you a proper maritime send-off. It's been a real honor.
Better pirates than you have tried.
Also, are you so stupid that you're down here to kill Trin even though you know the reactor's about to blow?
You sellout piece of... Don't matter. Shame I won't get to see the fireworks.
I mean, again, these people are pirates, not pirates, and there is a distinction. At least in fiction.
They massacred these technicians.
Good help. So hard to find. I've been playing around with dragon magic, and I really think I'm getting the hang of this. Besides magic,
The control room is sealed. Get me inside.
I love how detached Anka sounds. You can really tell that she is just not right in the head at all. It is, as was pointed out before, Scarlet 2.0, but more detached and less hee 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 hee. And no, unfortunately, I've never actually played Skies of Arcadia.
Mai, we can't get to you.
I've got it from here. We've got it. Just get out while you can.
You can't do this alone.
I'm not alone.
We can't do anything more down here. We need to get back to the surface and warn the city.
I'm not running away and letting Kai Ning be annihilated.
Commander, I don't like it either, but Mai's our only shot.
Marjorie's right. And if she fails, the best we can do is warn as many people as we can.
Damn it! All right, how do we get out of here?
Up the ramp. I saw another maintenance corridor while we opened the control room.
This is...
The tram tube. It should take us back to the entrance.
Guess you got your wish. You're riding that thing again.
Push the boundaries of scientific knowledge.
Hopefully this will teleport, Loke. Find out in a second.
What'd you do that for?
I'm not in the mood.
There we go.
Look down there. It's Mai.
Yeah, the lack of glider thing.
You shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't have embraced you. It took me too long to see just how empty you are.
If it's between emptiness and hubris, I choose emptiness. You and that woman, you want to become gods. I just want to destroy them.
I wanted something more from my life. Purpose, stability, meaning.
Then you picked the wrong profession, Captain.
Guess you were right after all.
Sight's still off.
That's what I mean when I say detached. No reaction. No emotion. No nothing.
Mai Trin. She
saved us. And everyone in Kai Ning.
She died a hero.
Anka killed her. She killed my Trin. She has to pay for this, Commander. This senseless killing, and she has to pay!
Gorik. We'll make sure of it.
And yeah, as usual, the writers are not afraid to kill characters off. I liked my Trin, too. Told you she'd come back.
This is Captain Fa of the Xunlai Security Unit. You're all under arrest for destruction of Xunlai property, acts of terrorism, and corporate espionage. Lay down your weapons and surrender immediately. Failure to comply will result in hostile action when we enter the building.
Guess we don't get a chance to explain ourselves.
It does look pretty bad from their point of view.
Well, I'm not standing around waiting to get scapegoated. What do you say we slip out while we can, Commander?
I'd say that's a good idea.
If the authorities are after us, we should split up. I'll look after Gorik. Rendezvous with you later.
Yeah, last thing we want to be is under the thumb of the Ministry of Security. Yeah, Giga will just swim off.
Did you get out?
I'm fine, but Anka released Suwan.
I know. I'm on her trail.
We're on her trail.
Suwon's mind is in chaos, like Kralkatorrik, but worse. She's headed east, trying to find sanctuary. I'll do my best to follow.
East. Okay. I won't be far behind.
I mean, the great irony, speaking as a writer and an analyst, is that if you're going to kill off characters, you need to approach it in a very specific way. And it's very important. Here's what it is. You need to not be afraid to, and not eager to. If you're going to kill a character, do it because it's best for the story. Don't consider anything else. We've had too many years of too much other crap to have to deal with that. Oh, she was very tiny, Blade 12. She is by far the smallest one. Unless we count Aurene, of course. Good luck, Mr. Red. I'm contacting you on behalf of Empress Eden. We have just learned about the incident at the Xunlai Jade Power Facility and are gravely concerned about what this may portend for all of us. Your compatriot, Lady Casimir, has steadfastly advocated for your behalf in these matters, but the Minister of Security is planning to take immediate action. I propose we have a face-to-face to discuss matters before anything can progress further. I know of a sushi restaurant, Nika's Blade. That'll be a good location. Meet me there as soon as you can. Interesting enough, it's right here. Sushi. Sushi. I'm sorry. There's the cookie monster, and it's like the sushi monster, you know? Similar vibe.
They need to come in for questioning. Orders came straight from Minister Lee.
This situation is diplomatically sensitive. The Empress would prefer that no one behave rashly.
Damn right it is, Giga.
Ah, Commander, you arrived. Let's take a seat. This is my favorite sushi in New Kaineng. I would make a recommendation, but everything is good.
You honor us, esteemed Navan. What would you like today?
I'll have the yellowtail and the triple temaki, please.
I'll take a bowl of white rice.
You don't care for sushi, Detective?
Don't eat anything that looks like it should still be moving.
I see.
And for you.
Ahem. Small plates. Prawn salad, which is a bowl of fresh, lightly spiced tiger prawns with sesame-infused greens that'll make you feel like you can withstand anything the world throws at you. Skipjack roll, which is tuna, crab meat, seaweed, and cilantro rolled in rice, topped with roe. Order this to boost your body's natural power to heal and your magical acumen. Triple temaki, fresh Kaineng salmon served inside seaweed rolls filled with radish, cucumber, and spicy mayo. That's a no from me. Charisma will emanate from your every pore. Charred eel. Succulent eel sautéed with... Is Miristar here? Succulent eel sautéed with ginger, garlic, and our special spicy house sauce. So potent you'll feel yourself bursting with power. Yellowtail, seared tuna steaks drizzled in fresh honey sesame glaze. Oh, that sounds good. That all sounds good. But I'll go with the special. You sure? Chef Wei said it's only for the people with strongest constitutions. Are you sure you want it? You'll only live once. There it is, the special.
Detective, I understand how this all looks.
You mean the fact terrorism follows you around like a bad smell?
It's because we've been on the trail of a terrorist, an Aetherblade named Anka. She ordered the Aetherblade attacks and she released Suwan.
Do you have any proof? Any at all?
Look, I know you've got a file going on me. You probably already understand me better than I do.
True.
So what sounds more likely? That I put millions of lives in danger, or that I am pursuing the person who did?
Let's hear what Navan has to say.
I really like this tact, by the way.
Now, everyone, if we could...
Commander, I'm afraid I need to ask you to come with me.
Captain, we are in the process of negotiating a civil resolution.
Humblest apologies, esteemed Navan, but Lady June wants to see to this personally.
Detective, can you tell your colleague to stand down?
He's not my colleague, he's a gussied-up rent-a-cop. Go back to Junlai, Captain Fa. The real police are on the case.
Detective, the event in question took place on Junlai property, and under the autonomy resolution, a corporate entity may claim jurisdiction to whatever...
If the resolution is in the primary interest of the corporate entity.
Captain, I need to remain free to pursue the Elder Dragon your corporate entity was keeping under Kaineng.
Junlai Jade is not now, nor have we ever been, in possession of some...
Thousands of people saw a dragon emerge from the water near your facility. Please, listen to what the commander has to say.
Very well.
What do you know? Restraint from a corporate stooge.
Ah, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Okay, let's eat this delicious... Oh! So, oh god. Okay, so, do I have this achievement? I don't! Okay, hang on. So we have 5 minutes. So we could talk our way through this, and indeed, I'm almost positive that's how I did it last time. But let's just fight him! Let's just fight him!
Seems we're doing this the hard way.
Yes, achievements! Achievements! He actually can be reasonable, and you can talk your way through him. It's a good scene. But I want my achievements! 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 This is what actually drives people to evil. They're just filling out a checklist. Don't worry, I can headbutt right now. It's even worse than normal. Yeah, so it's toxic roe poisoning. The roe served in the chef's specialty is considered a delicacy, but it's also highly toxic.
I yield. Go chase dragons. But your face is about to be plastered on every hologram in Kanta. You won't get far.
Yeah, it's basically blowfish. Okay, do it. Do it, Giga. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let me get rid of the smoke. There we go. Aw, that's another achievement emote that I don't have. Whatever. Chef Special. Soup with rice noodles, grilled chunks of the day's catch, and topped with special roll. Bowl is sure to surprise and delight even the most critical of palates. I'm double checking something. I don't think it matters whether we fight him or not, other than for the achievement we just got. I'm double checking. Yeah, it doesn't look like it changes anything. Oh my god, Giga. What in the world? Yeah, turn into the Hylic. No, not the Choya! Not the Choya now! Quick, we only have 2 minutes left. Become the Hylic, Giga. Oh my god! Oh my god. Hang on, wait, stay as the Hylic. Hang on, one sec. Stay there. I've got to hurry now. Oh my god, that is horrifying. No, it's gone already. Yeah, no, hang on, let me try to grab. Let me just kind of scooch over here. There we go. Evo, look! Look at Giga! Look at Giga! I got it with the tongue out. I got a picture with the tongue out. Oh no, I didn't get the eyes. I need to get the eyes. There we go. That's thumbnail material right there. Yes. I am very happy with that. Yes, that's Giga Frog. Okay, I'm happy. It was worth beating up that guy just to have Giga Frog. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Don't leave yet. Don't leave it even. Ooh. Oh my god, look at how much the head is bobbing around. I've only played Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 1. I was quite fond of Yakuza 0. In fact, I liked it so much I was instantly sold on the entire franchise. Ooh, look at the script! Look at the script! Oh my god, look at the script. Hey! Oh my god. Oh, the crow head! No. On the... There we go. How do I... Oh, yeah. No! It was there for only a few seconds. Okay.
Well, that was an effective, if unfortunate, way to deal with things.
You said you have a plan, Navan?
Ah, yes. First, where do you stand, Detective? Do you still insist on taking the commander in?
No. I've seen and heard enough to convince me the commander's got a job to do. But I'm coming along. If things are as bad as you say they are, well, you need me. If they're not, then I get any sense I'm being played.
You're not.
I borrowed something from the Ministry of Intelligence for you, Commander. It will disguise your face, and nothing else.
Intel gets all the best toys.
I know somewhere you can use as a base of operations. A historic refuge. It's just east of here, in the Echovolt Forest. The detective and I will go first to clear any potential roadblocks. You, Commander, will meet us at the city gates.
Hang on, before we leave. Do you see this giant freaking platter of sushi? I want all of that. Oh my god. Give me your sushi. Okay. I feel better. I'm pretty sure the canon choice here is that we talk our way out, look, and that's why. I am the ramen. I ate Giga? Oh, sorry, Giga. Sorry. Hang on. Let me res you. At F. On my own stomach. Yeah. But yeah.
You there? We need to talk.
I assume this is about the fallout from Junlai Jade?
Fallout? They are talking about a tribunal, Commander. Half the ministers want to deport us all immediately.
Has anyone been able to smooth things over with June?
No. It's taking all my charm to keep her from kicking me out.
No one at the reactor was willing to listen either. There was some evidence of an Aetherblade presence, but no trace of Anka herself.
And Aureen's brand is still spreading, hampering repair efforts.
I just met with Navan. She has a plan to help.
Which means the Empress is probably on our side.
Exactly. Navan is taking me to a sanctuary in the Ekervald forest, somewhere we can plan our next move. Detective Rama's thrown his impressive hat in with us as well. Jory, Gorik, meet me in Ekervald. Kaz, Timey, keep doing what you're doing.
I think I was too late to see it. But yeah, what I was going to say, oh god. Jesus. Is that, yeah, the Yakuza series is one of the best beat-em-ups I've ever seen, and it impressed me way more than I expected it to. I'm looking forward to eventually going through the rest of it. Yes. So, Zone 3 of 4. We're actually making good time. We won't beat Jade Forest, Jesus Christ. We won't beat End of Dragons tonight, but we probably will beat End of Dragons tomorrow.
I see you got out of Kaining without any trouble, Commander.
I'd love to open that disguise tech up and take a little look.
Don't even think about it. You break that thing, and the Commander will be on a one-way trip back to Xingzhou.
So, where's that safe haven you mentioned, Navan?
Right behind us.
Arborstone. My grandma used to tell me stories. Family lore is we're part Zuhelzer. They built this place. It was one of the great houses of the Kurziks.
For centuries. Until it was abandoned when they were conquered by the Ministry of Purity.
Due respect, ma'am, but safe haven? This place isn't exactly subtle.
No. But its occupants are no friends of the Canthan authorities. You'll be safe here. Come. See.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't bother me that much, Scumlord, because most of the people in the government who actually give enough of a damn, like the Empress and Rama here, are very clearly on our side and have a brain. No, this is spoilers making a power play, right? Very obviously. Why can't I mount? Also impressive, Dakota. I look forward to getting to that one some year.
The entrance is just ahead.
You mean right past the shadow monsters?
What? No, it can't be.
So these are new. We actually saw these earlier if you were paying attention, but this is our first time seeing them out in the field. And I don't know how long it'll take us to get through the rest of the game, because I'm off the map once we get to secrets. It'd be nice if we finish the game by the end of the week, but I'm not placing any bets. Every time I say, oh, we'll totally finish the game by such and such, I'm wrong. Every time, so no prediction. I do like short MSQs. What I do not like is mandatory grind breaks. Thank God we're done with all those, am I right? I'm actually legit.
Like my coffee with a boga juice, or was that Marjoram, Risen, and Brandon all fighting together?
I thought so too, but on closer inspection, they appeared to be constructs of some kind, made up of an unidentified magic. Not the same one we found in the reactor.
Perhaps we should move this discussion into the warded cathedral. Unless you prefer to conduct further research firsthand.
No, that's not necessary.
We'll be killing plenty of those things soon.
Commander, I'm not trying to panic, but what on Tyria did we just encounter?
If they're a new kind of dragon minion, they must belong to Suwan.
Logical assumption, but shouldn't hers be water?
Didn't look like any water I've ever seen.
You really think the wards will keep them out, Navan?
I can't be certain, but I hope so.
Deja vu.
Always look this way?
No, not at all. I don't know what could have happened. I left a powerful guardian in charge, Ishan.
Awfully quiet. Was it just Ishan?
No, we should be hearing laughter and song and crackling fires. There was a large group taking shelter.
Was being the operative word.
If there's anyone here, we'll find them.
Yeah, ignore the black goop that's flowing upwards in the air. I'm sure it's fine. Whatever this nonsense is.
Their faces are blue. Did they all choke?
No. Take a closer look at the cheeks and lips. Swollen. Could be anaphylaxis.
Pretty big coincidence if they were all allergic to the same thing. Maybe poison?
The only way to know for sure would be to test the food, but we need to get it to a lab.
You do forensics?
I dabble, as a hobby. I enjoy reading about unsolved crimes and seeing if I can solve them.
Anti-gravity oil. Wow, we're all going to be rich. Drive your car through the air. Oh, jeez. I honestly don't know, Blade Devil. I'm playing a little bit more by the seat of my pants than I usually do because of the move. So, we'll probably just roll with it, to be quite honest with you. Like, if it's a real, no really time gate, like we had over in Legion, I've got other stuff I can do. Hello, game? You gonna let me examine the corpse? No? Okay. Cool.
Their faces are horrified. Like they were scared to death. Literally.
Poor bastards. Kicked around their whole lives just to die like this.
Yeah, the Ministry of Purity didn't take very kindly to everything in the Echo Vault. So they kind of rolled through here. Tried to flatten the old houses.
That's not how that's supposed to go.
What, isn't this what boats do? Pretty sure. Right? Like, if I got on my boat right now, it'd look like that, right? Also, can I just say screw 100%ing this zone? It's probably one of the most irritating zones to 100% in the game for me. Not the most. But there's a lot of stuff that's go look it up in order to get all the things in this zone.
What happened here? They look like they were in the middle of unpacking.
His chest is hollow. All the internal organs are gone.
But there's no visible wounds. Where the hell did they go?
Well, don't look at me. You're the death expert.
Well, he was watching The Last Jedi.
Where is Ishan? He was supposed to be protecting these people.
Seems there was a dereliction of duties.
Or he was first to go.
No, that isn't possible. It's like someone took the square root of -1 and just put it in the sky. What villain would disrespect the laws of physics like this?
Really? That's the thing you're hung up on here?
Look, the universe has rules. Break those rules and nothing, I mean nothing, makes sense. Nothing can be trusted. Down is up is down, water is dry. Am I still Goric?
You are definitely still Goric.
Here on Esmira Star. Esmira Star. Almost said Esmira Steel. Oh my god. Stay cool.
Died in their sleep.
Smoldering embers in the brazier.
Puts the time of death sometime in the last few hours.
You hear that? Came from over there.
Should we investigate?
Yes, but keep your eyes and ears open. We're not alone here.
No!
Navan. Everything okay?
Ishan? What happened to you?
That's Ishan?
A salt spray dragon! But it's like those creatures outside. A shade.
Honestly, yeah, Gorik does have a point. Death is horrible, but if physics stops working, we're in trouble.
It apparently brought friends!
Look out! More shades incoming!
It's staggered! Just a few more good blows should bring it down!
Ishan, my friend, please come back to us. We did not survive the horrors of
That's it.
Shirotagachi only to have your story
It's over.
end here. Ishan. I'm so sorry I left you to this fate.
The anomaly's vanished. It must have been ambient corruption from the magic in the salt spray.
Ishan was consumed by the same power that will take Suwon. And then all of Tyria. The Void.
The Void?
The force that emerged from the broken dragon cycle. Which, if not stopped, will unwind reality one thread at a time.
Care to tell us how it is you know all this? And what was the magic you used? Never seen anything like it.
I have. When Aurene shielded me against Balthazar's fire. Who are you, really?
You deserve the truth. Suwon said I could trust you, but I had to be sure.
Suwon?
So back in Guild Wars 1, there was this salt spray dragon we ended up helping out, who was being corrupted by Shiro Tagashi, the villain of factions. Her name was Kunavag.
Kunavang.
You're Suwon's champion.
I am. It's been centuries since I revealed my true form to a mortal. The last time, well, that mortal was a hero, much like yourself. One who saved me from a terrible fate.
One of the few acknowledgments of the Guild Wars 1 main character.
But I'm sure you have questions.
In fact, I believe I've been paying attention, and of the stuff we've covered, I think that is a grand total of 2 times they've acknowledged the main character from Guild Wars 1. So what exactly are those creatures?
The Void is raw magic. Chaos incarnate. In the beginning, everything was void. Then the Mother Dragon, Suwon, brought order, splitting the Void into 6 domains of magic. She could not maintain that order alone, so she took on the domain of water and gave the others to the 5 Elder Dragons. It was on that foundation that all material life on Tyria flourished.
So, how are you able to take human form?
Not certain I can explain it. I become like water. And water can take many forms. We Salt Sprays taught ourselves many tricks over the years. This one is not easy for us. But it is certainly useful. There are times when it's easier to protect if you can blend in among those you're protecting. Live their lives. Ishan always said I was spending too much time in that form. Too much time away. But I learned more every day.
Okay. So how was Suwon's containment helping?
The chamber that June built siphoned off Suwon's growing power and used it to fuel Cantha. You might have noticed that this technology has been unreliable lately. That was because the Void was being siphoned off as well, but only into machines, thankfully. Now with Suwon unleashed, its tendrils are working out from her to wind their way through the rest of the world.
Okay. So we need help. What can we do?
I don't know. She allowed herself to be contained because he was the only possible option. Without the stability provided by the other Elder Dragons, and with that containment chamber destroyed.
She'll be overwhelmed.
Would it help if we could find another way to siphon off some of that magic?
Using Anka's extractor!
Yes, that might work. It would buy time, at least.
But it means we need to find Anka. Fast.
Well, okay.
Kaz, Taimi, were you listening to what Kunavang had to say?
Yes? I have so many questions!
Questions we don't have time for now. We need to find Anka.
She didn't leave us much to work with at the reactor.
And the only Asuran troublemaker on Minsec's radar is standing right here in front of me.
Gorik, you know her better than any of us. Any insights into her personality that might help?
She successfully lured me into an incredibly obvious trap. It's fair to say I don't know her at all anymore. If I ever did.
Hello, Lady Navan? Or Kunavang, I should say. I wanted to tell you about Ishan. He fought it as long as he could. We're only alive because of him.
Thank you.
I overheard you all talking, and I think I might be able to help. I'm Ayumi, and I'm a member of the Kestrels, which means it's my job to know everything that's going on in Echovald. I need to escort these people to Mori Village, but we can talk when I get back.
Detective. So, you're with Kurzik?
Half Kurzik, on my mother's side. Enough that I stand out as not Canthan enough for some people. Of course, I'm not Kurzik enough for some people either. Had to have a thick skin, especially growing up where I did. I was lucky, though. Minsec took a chance on me. Shouldn't have to be lucky to make it out of the slums, though. Shouldn't be any slums to begin with.
Thank you. Sorry. Giga, go get rid of the slums. So why are we disguised as a human?
It's my honor to look after the people of Cantha for Suwon. I discovered long ago that the best way to do that was from within, rather than without. Your kind need a sensible voice in your ears, more than you need a dragon on the mount. The Empress knew my real identity, as did her father before her, and his father before him.
Oh, by the way, Navan was the one who really enjoyed being close to the water and how it made her feel more peaceful. That's a good point. We should send the Void down to the slums. It's a great idea. It's just like free test subjects down. You don't even have to pay them.
I was imprisoned by the assassin Shiro Tangachi. More than imprisoned. I was under his poisonous control. used as a weapon against his enemies. Until I was finally released by an alliance of heroes. Suwon offered me a new path. Inspired by the heroes who saved me, I became Suwon's representative in the mortal world. Watcher and protector.
Shiro's an interesting figure. Some bits of his story are just straight up unexplained, which actually irritates me. But I think what I like most about him is conceptually is that he wasn't really some big super omega death doom, right? Not like the Lich before him or the God of Secrets after him. He was just a guy, an assassin, more specifically, although he was also kind of a bodyguard. And he caused a lot of problems. Most of Canthan history tilts on him. I don't think there's a real-life equivalent of Shiro. Like, I mean, the Jade Sea is his fault, you know? The petrification of the Eckewald Forest is his fault. Stuff like that. Anyways. How long have you served, Suwon?
I felt it when she woke. All those of the sea did. A presence powerful enough to drive back the shadows in the depths. But it was not until Zaitan that I sought her out. An act of desperation to save what was left of a land I loved. It takes effort for one like her to see you. We are but moments in her infinite life. I did not know if she would care. But she did. Somehow, she did. I became her champion. My bond with her is much like yours with Aurene. Or perhaps more like your friend Keith's. I feel her, but she doesn't control me. She's come to mean a lot to me. It was hard when she chose to put herself in June's machine. But even now, she's always taking the long view.
Who was Ishan to you? One of the last few remaining Saltspray dragons I could call my friend. Many of us were imprisoned by Shiro together in the Harvest Temple. It was a difficult experience, many of us emerged with deep hurts that made it difficult to ever resume our free lives. Ishan was one of those, at first. When I found him, he was in a terrible place. I was almost forced to kill him to protect those he might hurt otherwise, but instead he was inspired to live by my example, to be a protector. And that's how he died, protecting. It became his purpose, and it served him till the end. In case you couldn't read that in the blinding light, that said several hours later. Ooh, ice cream. So here's Arborstone. This is the closest thing to an actual capital city hub that End of Dragons has. Go figure. If this sounds familiar, it should. Back in Path of Exile. Nope. Back in Path of Fire. There was a thing you could do where you could go grab random stuff and use it in order to flesh it out, add NPCs, add interactions, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Arborstone Revitalization Mastery Track. If you go all the way to the bottom, you gain access to be able to buy a couple things. I forget what they are, but you get the general idea. This is for legendaries. That's the summary here. I can't believe I haven't gotten improved jump jets yet. Jeez Louise. Give me my jump jets! What's this one give me? Okay, so better gunner skill, and then... Oh, nice. Health boost for all mounts if I max that out. Nice. Don't think we'll manage that. It'd be nice if I got the jump jets, though. And yes, obviously this is where you get the turtle. Getting the turtle is a lot less of a pain than it used to be. And isn't really as bad as getting the griffin or the sky scale. Is it worth getting it? It depends, really. Honestly, I've gotten my money's worth out of the turtle over here. My pleasure, thank you. But if I'm being honest, I also play this game with other people constantly, right? And the turtle's a two-seater. Enough said, you know? In terms of practical application, it's mostly good for metas, because siege damage is siege damage. Oh, apparently there's achievements to add NPCs here, too. If it's not obvious, I haven't bothered. I never cared that much. I beelined Jade bots because this is amazing, and then I just kind of meandered around a bit before settling on the turtle. Hi to Quack.
I'm worried about Ulrich. He's so fixated on revenge.
I know. I worry about him too. But I'm keeping an eye on him. I'll make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Commander. Did Kunavang have anything more to say about the Dragon Cycle?
Not yet. We're working hard to track down Anka right now.
Understood. We're busy over here, too.
You know, I don't have a detailed answer for you, Blade Taval. I know that it's really good at breaking Defiance, and I know that people bring it to a lot of the big metas. And yeah, I liked how she's got her own Jade bot presenting her hologram now. That's just a nice touch. Jaime, what do you got for me?
Busy. Ever since the reactor was destroyed, June's been trying to figure out how to fix it. And see what we built?
I did notice you look a little different.
Yes, Junlai has an entire medtech division. They make braces for conditions like mine. They're incredible. I feel almost no pain when I'm wearing them.
Oh, I guess they do explain how she survives. I must have forgotten that.
June's gonna incorporate my changes into Junlai's next model.
No, I did actually notice that. Okay, in, I suppose? Yes.
I admit, I surprised even myself. Well, I'm not at all surprised. I miss you too. Bedroll's been pretty lonely.
I've got a great big empty bed here at the palace.
Oh, yeah? You just rubbing that in, or...?
Well, not just.
I can't remember if there's more. Nope. Okay, we're good. Oh, do they? Hang on. I don't think I've ever done that. Casimir! Hey, what's up? Casimir? Okay. Ladies? Okay, whatever. Bye. Hey, look, there's a strike missions vendor. Man, I love going on strike missions. The single biggest story negative in modern WoW. So we're counting Dragonflight in that. So the easy answer there would be everything to do with Rajageth. And the fact that they treat her like she's an actual threat. I know we've debated this back and forth, but that's always stuck in my craw and it's always been stupid. If that doesn't count, I'm going to have to think a lot harder. Like, Modern WoW didn't have a lot of story negatives to it. Let's see here. If I check my own notes on the matter, because I take extensive notes. Dragonflight had a 97.14% story ratio. That is insane. Surpassed only by War Within, which has a 99.04% ratio. That is basically unheard of. That's even rereading my own notes on that, that's bonkers. By the way, Path of Fire had 96, just to emphasize that. For FF14? What are we defining as modern FF14? Because that's a trickier question.
Hey, I've been experimenting with this really interesting Canthan tech. It's an autonomously driven deconstructor. Breaks down complex items into their component parts.
So, what are you working on here? Looks like some kind of Aetherblade tech.
The Kestrels found it in Echovolt, beeping like crazy. I think it's one of those airship transponders Renyak damaged.
There's no way it's from one of ours. That outer shell is too new. Ours were old. Garbage.
No, it's definitely an Aetherblade transponder. Or was at some point. Only an Aetherblade would splice a wire with a used bandage.
How could it possibly be Aetherblade? Renyak could have fixed it up when he got here? I don't know.
Could it help us find Anka?
Maybe. Just need to triangulate the signal destination. You can do that, right?
Can I do it, he asks. We'll get it done, Commander.
Commander, meet me at the entrance when you've got a minute. Ayumi's here with a new report about Anka.
Siran calling him. Get some good rest. Biggest story negative. Congrats, Mr. Red. Whatever you did. See, if you pushed it back a little bit, it's easy to point to my biggest story negative in Shadowbringers. It's Ranjit, right? That's an easy one. Followed immediately by the time dilation problem, and after that, everything to do with the raid series that are not Eden. Endwalker didn't have a lot of story negatives. I think I have my answer for Endwalker. One of the... Oh, hello, Ivan. Cutscene incompetence is an easy one, but I think for Endwalker in particular, I'm actually going to go with something else. Endwalker had a central theme, which I won't even spoil right now, because it's kind of relevant to the plot. And every now and again, the characters would come up and be like, hey, hang on, everyone, pause. Let's talk about this theme, but as if we're like, 14-year-olds who are just attending Philosophy 101 class. And I didn't give that many negatives, but it did irritate me how many times they'd be like, hang on, theme. Okay, back to the plot. Now, for Dawntrail, see, that's specifically for Endwalker, though. For Dawntrail, it's cutscene incompetence, 100%. I get that they wanted us to be on the back foot a little bit. I get that we were mostly sticking back for Woot Lamont, and I'm actually even in favor of that. And funnily enough, they did actually do a fairly good job of that. But they also sucked at it in different scenes and different presentation, different execution, because every now and again it was just like, all right, I'm just going to sit here and wait and watch. Yep. What?
So, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. I'm glad you asked. Except you didn't. I mean...
Commander, I know I should have checked first, but I thought since Ivan didn't have anywhere else to go...
No, of course, Ivan. Maybe you can help us track down Anka and the Aetherblades.
Right. Speaking of which, where is my captain? Is she with you? Is she... is she...
I'm sorry, Ivan.
Don't be sorry for Captain Trin. Be sorry for Anka. You're gonna get her, right?
I'll get her sooner if we're all working together.
Then I volunteer my services to your crew. If I think of anything that can help, I'll let you know.
Fresh reminder, Steve Blum can act. Even when he's not doing the big gravelly voice.
Commander, I trust you and your friends are comfortable?
Very. The Kestrels have been more than accommodating. Thank you.
Ayumi was just telling me that Anka's been pretty busy since her little escapade in the reactor.
Putting it lightly, she's been sending Aether Blades to meet with both of the criminal gangs here in Echovald.
The Speakers and the Jade Brotherhood. Only thing they agree on is they don't agree on anything.
Except working with Anka, apparently. I should pay these gangs a visit. Ideally, without them knowing.
I've got Kestrels stationed outside each of their camps. Talk to them. They'll get you inside.
I'm gonna head for Moray Village, southeast Echovald. Meet me there when you're done.
Oh, I'm with you, PB Good Fate. Honestly, I actively think that Wu Climat, while she had issues, was overall fine until we hit the second half of the plot, at which point she probably should have taken a back step. So what can you tell me about the Jade Brotherhood?
Scavengers. Think of themselves as heroes of the downtrodden, but all they're doing is lining their own pockets. They scoop up any discarded Jade tech they can get their hands on, and then sell it to people who don't know any better. Even their name was scavenged for parts. They got nothing to do with the gang that went up against Ampha.
You know the truth. Endwalker's ratio was 87.3%. Dawn Trails was 77.18%. I should mention both of those are good scores for ratios. They're just not the insanity that was War Within. Tell me about the Speakers.
Fanatics. Started off a well-intentioned, if quirky, bunch of environmental defenders. But over time, they went hardline. Started opposing any kind of technological progress. Then a Warden Tetra Earth call took control. Weaponized their good intentions. That's when they started enslaving spirits and bombing anyone they disagreed with. Got them all convinced they're gonna become immortal forest spirits, like her.
Right. So, how's it going working alongside Ayumi?
The Kestrels. They're a force to be reckoned with. Wish I'd known about them sooner, honestly. Now that we're all on the same side, maybe we've actually got a chance to get ahead of Anka and the Void.
That's the goal. One second, sorry. I'm double checking something. I gave 4 story negatives to all of War Within. 4. Well, sorry. Launch War Within, because I haven't paid. Yeah, War Within and Dawn Trail both are sitting at the same spot. They're both waiting on patch content. Speaking of which, having refreshed myself staring at it, the big negative I give War Within is the sudden, hey, there's this whole other empire that's never been mentioned or even hinted at before that exists. Just, you know. So, how do I get into the gang camps?
Sometimes we Kestrels go places we aren't exactly invited. Our spies have had a lot of practice crafting Brotherhood and Speaker illusions. They'll make sure you blend in.
Thanks. So, any idea where the Aether Blades are hiding?
We've seen hints of them here and there. They're mobile, and they don't leave a lot of clues behind. We found that transponder, the one we gave to Gorik. Odd, though. Seems unlike them to leave that in the open.
Thank you for allowing us to stay here.
You're most welcome. I like to think of Arborstone as a big nest where everyone comes together. I want our hatchlings to be able to play here, local merchants and businesses from far-off lands to work as one. We have big plans for this place. We're happy you're a part of them.
I'm sorry. See you around, Sean. Normally I'd say have fun, but, well, I hope it goes by quickly.
Oh, yes. The Kestrels have been around since our ancestors fled to Echovald. A few Tengu made it their job to protect the others on their way, and voila! The Kestrels were born. It's always been a loose association, no formal leadership. Old Kestrels train new Kestrels, and so the order goes on. It's not actually a perfect system, if I'm being honest. Lately, well, a few things have really gotten out of control. Gangs moved in, and they've been pushing people around. Innocent people have died. I've been trying to get us to work together more, but, well, I'm pretty new at this. I'm not actually from Echovald, so no one takes me seriously.
Okay. I've got good news and terrible news. The good news is we can progress to go after Anka. Bad news.
Maureen, Keith, did you ever catch up to Suwon?
We did. In the Jade Sea. We're working with the local authorities to keep her from moving beyond Kantha.
They didn't trust us at first. They'd seen the news bulletins blaming Aureen for Suwon's escape. Only took one fairly devastating skirmish with the Void to convince them it was worth believing we were on their side.
They've sent word to Xingje to send more forces. We can only hope their government listens. We can't let the Void spread to the rest of Tyria, and the Void follows wherever she goes.
I know. We've already experienced its effects here in Echovald firsthand. We're on Anka's trail now.
So. That's what? Okay. We can go to Hearts. Which, you know, we could. We could go do an entire heart. We actually could do 2 separate hearts at this point in time. And that's, like, in fact, what the game wants you to do.
Hey, I've got a joke for you. Why does the new Luxon Navy have glass-bottom boats?
A Luxon joke. Really, Grandpa?
What? It's funny.
Why is it funny?
Because we sank their boats a lot.
I'm not even sure that's true. They were way better sailors, and besides, we haven't fought for like centuries.
Listen. Racism. Alright, so. I think we might have to trigger this. Oh, God. Okay, I see where I am. Listen, I know reality and real life and my own personal experiences and all that have absolutely nothing to do with anything. But just hear me out. What if we were just racist for no good reason? Okay, so what's up? Oh, you want me to do a heart quest? Right, I guess we really don't have to do this. Okay, let's see here. So we want to go. 1 second. Where? Oh, there it is. This actually looks like the fastest spot.
Stay alert. Travelers throughout Echovold are being harassed by members of this.
Listen, I know we can make the world a better place, but hear me out, hear me out. What if we made the world a worse place instead? I mean, life sucked for me. I do like this area, by the way, in terms of visual storytelling. The junkyard. This is where they dump all the old Jade tech. It happens to include a lot of Jade. They can afford to do this because they have an absolutely insane amount of Jade to pull from. But this is also a fairly large amount of dump. I mean, look at how large this is. This is basically a quarry of just of a landfill. And yes, I know it's not actually that big compared to real life landfills, but considering MMO scale, this is pretty impressive. Hang on, I'm a little turned around now. I want to go there. Okay.
Looks like I just found our secret Aetherblade camp.
Well, looks like you took down the beast.
I'll make sure the other Kestrels know about
One extremely hefty bounty, that's what. And you think we're just gonna let it take? We got the numbers. That bird's part of the forest, and the forest belongs to us.
Whoever's little claim to the forest as you do the spirits you imprison.
Tick! Talk!
Look, you can just okay, you can just die. Sure. More effective, Ross? That's an interesting question. I'm going to say neither. And I know that's the cop-out response, but it is unfortunately the truthful one. Both approaches were extremely different from each other, and both were extremely effective. Hey, listen, you're dead too. What? Why am I dead too? Shut up and die. Ah! Him.
Pretty sure the Jade Brotherhood's gonna want to hang on to the tech, so the speakers should...
Captain, it's an Aetherblade ship just passed overhead.
That is, as you know, completely impossible.
We know what we saw, Captain. Got a quick scan before it disappeared. It's got a functional portal device on board.
Well, that's interesting. Show me where it was headed.
Hang on, let's read her journal before we advance.
I've no desire to join the spirits. Yeah, no bounty's worth dying over. Keep the damn thing. I'm not sure we accept. Jaeger's pretty hungry.
Blah, blah, blah. Been in Cantha for months now. Been in Cantha for months now. Mai's out mixing it up with the locals, gathering information. The rest of us, dying of boredom amongst the wreckage of human hubris. At least when we were trapped in the mist, you never know what would try to kill you. Here it's just risen. All day, every day. Mai's been gone for days now. Probably got herself caught. Shouldn't have gone to Yong alone. Been talking to Renyak about what that means. What we should do with her gone. Spotted a Canthan necromancer in the ruins today. Did something with a risen. Stole its magic and put it in a bottle. Intriguing. Follow up on it later. Mai's back. Just like that. And according to Ivan, her little mishap gained her an ally. Of course, she talked to him. Not her first mate. Mai wants us to continue lying low. Promises she's working to build a better future. Whatever that means. Mai's new ally is June. Matriarch of Jade Tech. I thought we were done serving wannabe gods. I learned more about the Canthan Necromancer Harbingers. New spec they added for this expansion. Scavengers, mixing elixirs from whatever they find. Dragons, spirits, land. Theory. Using so many different magic dilutes the effect, so why not focus on one? There's so many risen here. Time to make use of them. Rednyok shot one of those crows that hang around today. I could feel its death. Such a small thing. Trivial to bring it back. Clearly elixirs work better than expected. Some side effects, of course, but nothing else matters. I'll give Maya a bit of credit. She's using June well. We've got those ruins and a couple of the bases set up throughout Cantha. Part of her arrangement. Still lying low, though. Always lying low. At least the caves in Shangzhe and the forests of Echoval provide a change of scenery. Targets to experiment on. My abilities are getting stronger. Hid in the trees, raised a dead wallow in the middle of some speakers. The look on their faces. Need to organize the crew. Maybe time to act soon.
First thing that happens when we make camp, the locals have to show their teeth, prove who's in charge. 2 of my pirates got caught, and normally I'd shrug it off as a loss, but I'm not that lucky. They'd been salvaging parts for a new mist portal device. Then they were captured along with the parts. But I should be realistic. Even if I get those parts, the portal device is a long shot. Which is nice in a way. Negotiation is so much easier without an emotional attachment.
Sounds like Anka's looking for a portal device to get back into the mists.
Then that mystery airship appears with a working model on board.
Anka cancels the negotiations and turns her focus to finding the airship. Which means we should probably find it first.
Hey, Commander! It's Ivan! You know, from work? I think me and Gorik have a lead there. Where can we all meet?
I've got my hands full with the speakers and Jade Brotherhood, so I have to sit this out. Rama's waiting at our village.
We're on our way.
If you put a gun to my head, I'd probably go with FF6's method, Ross. Which is funny, because that's the exact opposite of what I did for Garland over at RFF1. And most of the principal villains in R Diablo. But I did that with Mateus a bit. Or Mateus.
What does it even mean to be a territory of Cantha? Except that we have to send them money.
No, I think I'd prefer the villain being a main character, if given a preference. If you put a gun to my head and said pick one, I'd probably go with that one. Nice village.
Commander, over here.
Welcome to Mori Village. I was just finishing up showing your friends around.
Apparently, we're the first Asura and Dredge to be invited into the village.
Yeah, real honor. Maybe we should...
Right. Commander, that transponder the Kestrels found, it's weird, but it was on its own network.
But still technically Aetherblade. When I activated the transponders, it started broadcasting its signal.
Whoever's piloting that ship probably got spooked and threw it overboard, which is how we found it.
And it seems like the transponder's still communicating with the ship. Signal's weak, but it points to Melandru's Hope.
Then it sounds like I'm headed to Melandru's Hope to find us an airship. Good work, you two.
I was just there. Okay, fine, fine.
Can't be easy getting supplies in here.
We manage.
Well, it's time to kill Zar. There we go. Wait, why are we killing Zar again?
I think
You're mine!
Yep, this is about how much I remember Ekevald Forest. I didn't actually like factions that much. I know that's kind of, you know, apocryphal because everybody loved factions, but factions to me was just a decent story wrapped in a bunch of really confusing zones with a couple of nice boss fights. Also, arguably the first raid in Guild Wars 1. Kunabong, if you're wondering.
You're headed in the right direction, Commander. Somewhere that way.
You got there? Yes, yes. Do not look directly at it. What could possibly...
Yes, don't look directly at me. It could go very badly for you. Hello, cat.
I'm not saying don't be bold, but look what happened to the last people who tried to build this. There's no magical reason to it.
I love how much everyone here is just desperately trying to kill me. This is the real reason to have a mount. To avoid combat. I know what you're thinking, but lore! Sorry, wrong voice. But lore! You didn't have a mount back in Guild Wars 1. Yeah. This is why runner builds existed.
Just got a slight uptick in signal strength. I think you're getting closer.
What about you, Russ? Sorry, I meant to rejoin to the question. Let's do it over here. I mean, they weren't even having a spat. The joke was both of them were portraying really dumb idiots as mockery of them. In response to what I had said, hello, cat. Oh my god, he's just laying on my leg. Foot. Why are you laying on my foot, cat? Is this more up? I think this is more up. Well, this was not what I wanted. I've said this before, Kefka has more lines of dialogue than any character in the game. I think that really speaks for itself with regards to how much importance he had to FF6's plot. Is it more? It can't be. It can't possibly be. Like, we're getting close to the ceiling up here. Interestingly, they pulled a similar trick with Kuja, but they... tried to have it both ways with Kuja, if you're paying attention. Kuja, if you remember, wasn't even introduced until the end of Act 1. Disc 1, excuse me. Like Chapter 4, I want to say, is how we did that. But from then on, he had a pretty regular presence. It cannot possibly be out. Like, I'm starting to see geometry up here. Okay, let's Google it. What do you want from me? It's a shame Giga's not here for this quest. I hope she at least got her ice cream.
Signal spiking, Commander. You've got to be right on top of the source.
Well, I'm just looking at a strange door. Are you sure this is it?
The signal doesn't lie. Take a look inside.
Well, you see, Giga.
I'm inside, and there is an airship. It's got Aetherblade markings, all right. I'll keep you all posted.
Captain, we have a trespasser. Repair deckside defenses.
We don't have any deckside defenses. Also, you don't order me around. I order you around.
Belay that order, Captain. We've got an old friend clambering aboard. Was wondering when you'd show up, Commander. Come on inside. We'll have a drink.
We drank all the drinks.
Hello, Canuck.
Saida, Canuck. I have to assume you're here on purpose.
On purpose, with purpose. Commander, you are looking at the world's largest flying VIP social club and gourmet restaurant. Unfortunately, we lack the room and willpower for expansion.
He says that like it's my fault.
Okay, I stuck with you as long as I could, but we're going to talk about something else now. Captain Trin of the Aetherblades was murdered by her first mate, Anka. Anka wants this ship.
She can get in line.
I need her to think she can skip the line. Nothing we've done has surprised her. I want to change that.
You want to use us as bait? To draw out your murderous pirates? See, this is why I miss you, Commander.
What exactly would we get out of this suicide pact you're proposing?
As saviors of Cantha? Pretty sure Kaz could negotiate that into a favorable rate on a site for Canuck's social club.
A site off my ship?
Well, let's not be too hasty. Okay. Consider us bait, Commander.
Oh yeah, in case you can't tell, this is now Canuck's new voice actor, which is obviously Matt Mercer. I'm curious which one you prefer, Joe DiMaggio or Matt Mercer. Giga. Although, anyone can answer this question.
That's it. It's offline. I can retrieve my findings and send you a copy
Smart
straight away.
thinking, Commander.
Then
we can lay a trap for Anka wherever that ship's going to moor.
Thank you, Alan.
She won't go down without a fight.
Reality unwind,
Should pick a
right?
spot where people are
And,
least likely to
if
get
the
hurt.
bosses figure out what
The
happened
Junlai
here
Jade
today,
scrapyard, right in the center of Echovald.
there could
That'll
be a
quiet
place in the
enough.
Kestrels for you.
I could send out a
You've got
false
a good
message on their
heart under
comms
that
network.
jade.
I've been working
I'll
on a
keep it in
relay.
mind.
Ooh,
Thanks.
yeah. Anka will definitely hear it. And if she knows there aren't any defenses, she might get overconfident. At least overconfident enough to bring the extractor along for a speedy getaway.
Yeah, that was some nice overlap. Jesus.
Message sent and received.
Good work, Ivan. Everyone, come to the airship and we'll escort it to the scrapyard.
Ivan's on the way. That's probably not the best idea. If I can hack around your photon forge, so can Anka.
You can monitor Aetherblade chatter from Arborstone, Ivan. Be our eyes and ears.
All right. Just promise me she won't get away.
She won't get away.
I promise. So Giga gave a non-answer, which means I'm going to have to destroy her again. That's okay, because she's going to help with this fight. So, I guess I'll give you a temporary leave of execution. By the way, I love the quest name. Empty. That is so appropriate. If it's not obvious, this quest is all about Anka.
Remember, we want to detain her. If we can present Anka and her extractor to Minister Lee...
We can prove our innocence, and then use the extractor to drain the void from Suwon.
Look, Anka... We can't! She's too dangerous! Do you understand?
We do. But she left us with very few options, and that extractor's our best shot at saving Suwon. Hey, Yumi. See anything?
No. But do you really think I'd keep it to myself if I did?
Well, it's nice to see everyone in such a good mood.
She lied to us! To me! Kidnapped! Threatened! She's a monster!
You don't have to convince us, Gorik. We're already on board. Everyone, clear on the plan?
Not much of a plan.
Yes, we're clear. The Aether Blades attack, we repel, then take Anka alive and secure the extractor.
Well, I'm no expert, but wouldn't we have a better chance of success with more, what do you veterans call them? Specifics?
Shut up, Canuck.
I mean it, by the way. This good mood, it's infectious.
Actually, yeah, Ross. In both cases.
On the approach. 2 groups going around you.
My Kestrels are almost in position.
You brought backup?
It's not backup if they were part of this from the start.
Yeah, that's more like just up. Oh no, a bunch of low-rate pirates. Whatever shall I do? Anyway, so they're dead.
Surrender this ship to the Aether Blades, and we'll let you live.
Where's Anka? She too much of a coward to fight us herself?
Hey! No one talks about the captain like that, and gets away with it!
Oh, absolutely, Ross.
She's a common thief, no better than you.
So you're not gonna surrender? We've got you outnumbered 6-1.
Hold that thought.
Hey, look at that. 6-1.
All right. In exchange for Anka's location, I'll need some compensation.
I'm not sure that's your best play. Tell us where she is.
Right. She's, Captain, no! I didn't tell! I didn't!
Damn it. Where is she?
She can just keep throwing these undead goons at us. Like I was saying.
We stay here, we'll be fighting these corpses until we join them.
Wait, if Anka indeed brought the extractor, I may be able to detect it.
Sorry, the game doesn't like the moving platform, so I'm just playing around with the physics here.
Got it! Aureen's energy signature, right in the center of the disposal yard. Come on!
Here's another example to agree with your point, Ross. Oh hey, we can glide here. Holy crap. Still can't mount.
You should leave while you can.
I could pretend I want to fight you on that, but I respect you too much.
See you on the other side of this, Commander.
Peace, Canuck.
Where do you find these people?
In jail, usually.
Yeah. Apropos. Calamity Ganon is a great example, but a better example of a villain that has non-stop presence in the story? Lavos. I also don't think it's a coincidence that FF6 and Chrono Trigger both have a primary villain who has a near constant presence in the story. Actually, yeah, Sin, FF10. It's not like an absence can't work. Again, Sephiroth, right? You can also play with it. They do that with Ultimecia, for example. Yeah, I know she's there, game. Give me my camera back, please. I think so, Logan. I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna have to ask you to call back that ship, Commander.
You and I both know that's not going to happen.
What if I killed you, brought you back, and forced you to make the call? No, you've already died. Gorik, then. You'll appreciate it. Like how you hook an electrode to a dead roach so their nerves twitch.
You don't scare us.
And that's why the cheap seats love you so much. It takes more than an inescapable apocalypse to ruffle your feathers.
Yeah.
Fortunately, science always has a solution.
She's summoning help! Don't let those things touch you!
You know what the worst thing is? You actually think stopping all this would be a victory.
Ending the dragon cycle will save countless lives.
Well, you did end it. Congratulations. Now live with the consequences. The void is literally filling the void you made.
If we can stop its corruption, we can...
Alchemy, you don't get it. Every change you make changes something else. You've never stopped the apocalypse, you just kept trading up. Now it's time to pay the bill.
By the way, once more, the more, shall we say, human villain is the far more interesting one in Guild Wars 2. I know that's strange because one of them was Balthazar the God of War and the other one was Palava Joko the Ancient Lich, but you get my point.
Wow. Gorik, I'll be honest, I thought you would handle this better.
You kidnapped me. Tried to kill us. You used our relationship to betray me!
I'm sorry that's what you thought. But I figured more than anyone you'd understand what I'm doing.
Anka, for the first time in my life, I understand exactly what you're doing.
Good. Then you shouldn't hold this against me.
What do you... That's void magic!
What's the matter? You think you can stop it, right? Then this shouldn't be a problem for you. Soon the whole world's gonna look like this. Trust me, I don't like it any more than you.
Then stop fighting and help us!
This is it! Do you understand? A tyrannical lich, a demented god, and 5 elder dragons later, and all that's left is the void. An emptiness with purpose. Just my kind of apocalypse.
I love how dead she sounds as she says her lies. The actress nails this.
Just keep moving!
Why can't you all just enjoy it? The end.
Commander, that passage.
Gotta be where she's hiding the extractor!
You, the Inquest, June. Why's everyone want to play God? Everyone fails, every time. Just embrace the end that you earned, and let the world reset. You're no fun. Gorik used to be fun. My Trin. What happened to you people? You can't fix anything by playing it safe. You have to burn it down. So something better can grow in its place. Alchemy. All I ever wanted was a little stimulation. Is that so much to ask?
Anka.
What are you talking about? She's fine. She's just standing there. Sorry. So, for what it's worth, I like Anka as a character. Quite a bit, actually. Thank you, Giga. God, she's a fascinating example of a broken person. And this is what Giga and I were referencing earlier. As much as I absolutely do think that the sudden and badly done multiverse thing is stupid, I do actually like what they use it for. Not only for my Trin, but far more importantly for Anka. Turns out killing alternate versions of yourself over and over and over isn't really good for the old mental health. Weird how that works out.
Sorry, I just thought I'd feel better. When, you know, when justice was... when it was done.
This is... when it's someone you know who hurt you. There's no closure. Not until you decide it's time to move on.
I think... I'm tired of feeling like this. Yeah.
So, the extractor?
Right. Knowing Anka, she had a contingency plan.
Oh, I'm with you on that, Lo. Completely.
Without a proper biometric scan.
She's a most punchable character candidate, I think.
Probably.
Gorik?
So...
It's not stopping. It's not. Get away from it!
So she left us one last going away present.
Everyone all right? Gorik? Jory?
Fine. How do we not see that coming?
Can we... I don't know, can we fix it?
Doesn't look like it. Gorik?
We'd have to learn how it works. It would take too long. There's only one person who can fix this, and she won't.
June, what if we could prove that Anka was the one behind the attack? Provide some evidence.
Well, for starters, Anka's dead. Secondly, your evidence just blew up.
The extractor blew up, but we don't need the whole thing. If the extractor's core is still in one piece, it should still have residual Aurene magic stored in there.
And we can show that to Minsec. Plausible deniability. Nice thinking, Gorik.
And so, the apprentice detective finally becomes the master, huh?
Gorik.
No.
Okay.
But as a sleuthing partner, you're not half bad.
But yeah, no, to finish my sentence, Lo, I'm actually completely with you. When I first played through this, I wanted to strangle her. She's a type of character I don't see very often. It drives me nuts every time I see them. It's someone... FF14 did this too in Endwalker. I won't spoil there, but if you played Endwalker, you know what I'm talking about. It's someone who isn't really that big of a deal, isn't really that much of a villain, but they either know or have access to just enough to fling a spanner into the works, and they do it because screw you. Either because they've completely lost it, or because they don't care anymore, or they do it because they just want to hurt you, right? And yeah, you know what I'm talking about in Endwalker. So, yeah, just because they can. And that kind of character tends to be like, oh, Jesus Christ, really? But I have to acknowledge that it's a good character from a review perspective, you know? Anyways. I wasn't counting the other one. Yeah, that's different.
That's it. Let's... Yes! See? Aurene's magical signature. Right there.
Okay. That's enough evidence for me. Let's get this in front of Minsec.
I'll go with you. Make sure it's clear I stand by the evidence. Once that's done, we'll go see June together.
Is that wise? Going to Minsec? Minister Lee may interpret the evidence differently, to suit his preconceptions.
It doesn't matter how he interprets it. We have laws, we uphold them. Lee will have to accept this.
You say that with seeming conviction.
I've had a lot of practice. Commander, I'll meet you at Minsec HQ.
I like Rama. He's exactly what you'd get when you think of good cop. No, I don't mean like the trope. You know what I mean? Someone who signed up because he believes in it. That's a better way to put that. Ugh. Let's try another batch of bloodstone dust. One of these days I might actually bother getting those stupid extractors. Probably not, though, being completely honest. Because I've looked at what those extractors take to get, and those are bonkers. Yeah, cop with principles. That's a good way to put that. A cop who probably signed up to actually help people and make the world a better place. It's after a weird thought. What in... Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this nonsense?
Return to the earth.
No, I've got the storage space that I don't get rid of any of the big 3 MMOs. Thank you, Giga. Hello. Why are people still spawning? Go away! I'm trying to res someone! Oh my god! Yeah, the multiverse is real. Woo. That's it, Trax. Yeah. There you go. What is this? This isn't even an event. So they were stuck in the mist and they did repairs, Triaxia. They had to get those repairs from somewhere. So they roamed over to alternate versions of themselves via stable fractals in order to be able to kill them and take their stuff. And then effect repairs based on that. It's actually quite an ingenious little usage of the multiverse thing, which is why it's a positive and a negative. It is also, however, a terrible usage of the multiverse thing because it opens up a giant box that they never had any intention of doing anything with. Which, spoilers, they also never do. Until the 2 expansions after this, which of course I haven't played. Alright, so where am I going? No, yeah, it's portrayed exactly as horrifying as it sounds. Like, really picture what it would take to have to murder yourself over and over and over.
Yet, but I have an idea.
I thought he asked you personally to bring me in. Is he always this tough to get a hold of?
No, not for me anyway. But our departments are underwater right now. He's probably just busy. He directed all traffic to this office. My friend Min is the captain. She should be able to help us.
I am, without hesitation, scared to see how the next 2 expansions do. Oh, over here. Okay. Oh yeah, it's much worse, Chill Pangolin. They're just there.
The Ministry of Security is still searching for the outsiders in relation to the incident at the Young Reactor. Members of the Crystal Bloom, an organization associated with the Dragon Ore Ring, are being detained for questioning.
I'll lose an arm.
Or stomping on grubs.
Suggestions for the Eastern Precinct. Raises. When was the last time Eastern Precinct got raises? Bring your pets to work day. Bigger suggestion box. I have a lot of suggestions. Office supplies are running low. Please request more, please. Make Zudong shower mode more. Dude smells like a bull's. The last word is scrawled out, and someone else has written, screw you, Elaine. We need new gear. HQ just got new uniforms and weapons. Swear our shields are from pre-Shiro times. Promote Ming Ying. She works harder than anyone's ever met. P.S. This isn't Ming Yin writing this. It's Zudong. Also, to Island I shower daily. She probably just smells herself. Toilet is broken again. You know the one. Can we get Mini Plum in here? Oh, sorry. No, that's the Ministry of Plumbing. Min Plum. Fire Bogey. Sincerely, Rama. Performance evaluation for Jin Mogi. Does not meet expectation in following areas. Attendance, productivity, leadership, and teamwork. Disciplinary note. Employees have been warned about failure to uphold the values of diversity promoted by this precinct. Further transgressions will result in unpaid leave and possibly termination. Great, so they have those kind of cops too. Of course they do. Yeah. So this is up. Whoever has the gold makes the rule, Chill Pangolin.
No interruptions. Thanks to your buddy Lee, our precinct is swamped.
Let me back there, Mogi. I'm telling you, she'll be fine with it. Think I know her better than you do?
Oh, I forgot. I'm talking to the Minister of Self-Importance. She's not even answering her door right now.
She'll answer for me, okay? She knows my knock. We have a secret knock. It's an inside joke from when we were kids.
Cute. And I'm sure you and Lee have a...
By the way, Steve Blum again.
But the answer is no. She's busy. And so am I. But... we'd be less busy if someone gave us a hand. Say, I don't know, a friend of Min's? Perhaps an admirer? Who cares deeply for her?
Oh, you manipulative foot fungus. I'll knock out a few tasks, to help her. Then, you're letting me back there.
Deal. But until you're done, the only door you're getting through is the exit. No secret knock required.
Min! Hey, Min! You back there?
Stop shouting! She can't hear you! I swear I'll have you removed.
Oh, you gonna call the police on me?
Get out, Rama! A deal's a deal!
Thank you, Giga. Captain Min's to-do list. Solve the damn purist case. Performance review with Lee. Meet with Mogi about performance plan. Request office supplies from Central. Call Min Plum about the toilets again. Review suggestion box etiquette with staff. That reminds me, heal at Rama. Laundry, or give up and buy a new wardrobe. I think she's busy.
Sorry you had to witness that little kerfuffle. That was actually one of my more pleasant interactions with Mogi.
You two have a history.
You could say that. We went through training together. He used to give me crap for... it's a waste of breath. Anyway, we're helping with a few chores. Some grubs, undead crows, routine stuff. There's also an infestation of purist activity in the area. Given their political inclinations, you'd think they'd choose to live somewhere more agreeable to their bigotry.
You'd think.
Listen, think you can handle Mogi's menial tasks on your own for a little while? I've got an idea. Might be a good one. Might be crazy. I'll get back to you, Commander.
Actually, I do like that better, Luke. Min-san. Instead of Min Plum. Min Plum just sounds weird. Please don't make me do a heart. Please don't make me do a heart. Please don't make me do a heart.
I understand your concern.
It's okay. Surely the next two expansions won't force me to do any hearts or events. Right?
Tough neighborhood for someone who doesn't know their way around.
Jade, founder Yu Jun, has not been seen outside her mansion since the recent uptick in violent Jade Tech malfunctions. We are currently trying to reach her for a statement.
Oh god, Chill Pangolin. I could actually see that. There's the Ministry of Plumbing, the Ministry of Sanitation. They're different ministries, and they handle, like, very similar tasks, but not actually the same. Here we go. Maybe like... I don't know. I can't think of anything literate. I'm too stupid. You win. You win the joke off. How do I not have this one? It's right here. Yep. Yeah, by the way, the purists are gigantic racists. I know that's shocking that a group calling themselves the purists are extremely bigoted. See, I'd make it even worse. I'd make it so, like, the Ministry of Sanitation can access the plumbing. But the Ministry of Plumbing are the ones who can actually clean the pipes. But the Ministry of Sanitation can replace the pipes, but they can't get the stuff out of the pipes before they replace them. That's the Ministry of Plumbing's job. Just make it a complete mess, you know? We can nightmare this up some more, I'm sure. Let's see, what else? Only Ministry of Plumbing is asked to use plungers. It's right there in the name. They argued that in court.
Hey, Commander, I've got everything set up. Let's say we do some real police work.
I'd say about time. What'd you have in mind?
The East Precinct's been trying to identify a purist ringleader hidden in Kaineng, to no avail. They only know a code name, White Falcon. Min's been working at it for months. We might be able to help expedite her case. Meet me at the docks, and bring a skiff.
Okay. What is this, the second quest that actually requires us to use the skiff?
I wouldn't go any further if I were you.
I'm not even mad, I'm just wondering. Come on.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. River. You sure you know how to drive this thing?
I've ridden an Elder Dragon, Detective.
Just checking. Don't get the hat wet.
Working on it.
A friend of mine in the Ministry of Intelligence lent me a few eavesdropping toys. Gods, I love my job. There's a couple of bridges along the river that the purists like to loiter around. Take us under them like we're a maintenance crew. I'll install the wires. With any luck, we'll hear some juicy purist intel.
I can't tell if this plan is brilliant or a disaster waiting to happen.
But I bet you want to find... This looks like a good spot. Anchor her and I'll plant the bug. Well, that should do it. Let's get out of here before we're spotted.
If we find this White Falcon, will that be the end of the purists?
No. An idea doesn't die with one person. But it'll make a difference. This is, actually where I grew up. My dad's a little much. Would rather he didn't know I was here.
I'll say, hop on, Giga. But Giga's much more interested in going underwater. Which makes sense, she is a fish, after all, canonically.
I'd managed to avoid this sushi place no matter how many times Min invited me. Then you and Navan dragged me there. Thanks for that.
Right. Rama, may I ask about you and this Captain Min?
No, ma'am. You may not.
It's an honest. I like it. Where's the other one? There it is. Honestly, I've never bothered with the skiff cosmetics. Just because I don't bother with the skiff. There's a couple. You got this, like, giant undead, whoa, barge thing. This insanity. I don't even know what to make of that. Yeah, if you fish a bunch, it is actually worthwhile. Like 100%. Oh my god, there's Giga's skiff right there. That's it. That's it.
I can't work if we're untethered, Commander. Done with this one. The purist problem in Kaineng got 10 times worse when White Falcon came onto the scene. I don't know what'll ever stop them. I thought the border opening would give them a little perspective. But so far, it's only fanned the flames.
I'd like to think hearts can be won and societies can change. There are things that we face that are bigger than all of us.
Like the Void?
Like the Void.
I think I like this one the best.
You check out any of the night markets yet? Definitely worth it. After we save the world from the Void, that is.
Suwon?
Enormous!
Head through the tunnel there. Junkyard on the other side is a known hotspot. I, had my first kiss in there. The love tunnel, kids call it. Don't get any ideas, Commander. All the Jade shipped through Echo Vault arrives here. Jade Brotherhood like to target it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm taken. I'm not sure by whom. I know Giga's taken. Or, more accurately, I know who Giga's taken by. Who would I be taken by? Actually, I've never thought about that. Let's see. So, you put a gun to my head. I have to pick someone. The obvious choice is Casimir, but she's sort of taken. So that doesn't work.
I tried to go through the ministry.
Gritlock. I mean, he is single, but like, I can't even deal with a single cat, Giga.
I can't work if we're untethered, Commander. Drop the anchor.
Stop moving.
That's the last of them. Let's head back to the docks. I gotta ask. Do you think we can actually stop the Void? It morphs reality.
I have to have faith in our allies. All the more reason we need to convince June and Lee to help us.
Well, you have this mid-level detective on your side. If the Void obliterates me, tell Minister Lee I died a hero.
I mean, Kaith and I are already Orion's parents, so that wouldn't be too weird, I guess? It's a shame Palawa Joko's dead. Yeah, well, Fowlin's gone. Not even dead, she's just gone. Warped and twisted by an Elder Dragon. Boop.
That was some top-notch spy work, Commander. You know, I heard Mintel might have some open positions in the near future.
Thanks, but my life has excitement to spare.
I set up a receiver we can use. It's stashed away on higher elevation. Better reception and all that. You head up there, and I'll head back to the office and try and get in touch with Min again. Let her know what we're up to.
And I think I ran into this exact same problem the last time I was here. You'd think there would be a Jade, what do you call it? Thing. Can't think of words. Oh my god, I can't think what it's called. Thing that allows you to go up around here. Especially for a main story quest, which makes you go up here. But no. You just gotta go up.
May, you are looking ravishing today.
What'd I say about using names? Goddamn idiot.
Sorry. Forgot we're supposed to use code names. Hey, who do you think White Falcon is anyway?
Hell if I know. The Empress herself? Gotta be someone high up the food chain. Did you drop off the dossier?
Do I look like some kind of Luxon street trash? Of course I dropped it off. With the kooky recruiter over in Grub Lane, like you said.
Good. That drop-off's going straight to White Falcon, so it's your ass on the line if you screwed it up.
Yeah.
We've got our target. I know which jackass recruiter they're talking about. Want to pay our purest friend a little visit?
With pleasure.
Yeah, I know there's stairs, but like... If it would be good game design if there was like a zip line, which is what they're called. Thank you, Logue. Like from there up to here. Instead of making you fly or taking the stairs. Sorry, I thought you were being serious. I get comments like that every day. Usually in defensive games. Yeah, I saw the cat. I was flying by it. I had to get away as quickly as possible, lest it somehow decide that I'm suddenly its owner. Or property, or whatever cats think of us as. Didn't I literally already beat this guy up? That's actually funny. The actual quest objective is beat up the bigot, by the way. I mean, I like this game too. Some people say I don't like games anymore. And those people are very stupid.
Okay, take it.
Rama, just finished having a chat with our purist friend.
Did he sing?
With surprising ease.
Nice. Min's ready to see us. And she chewed Mogi out for making us do his busy work. We can pass along the intel you got. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
Yeah, no. The Ministry of Purity, they're the bad guys, and nothing tries to diminish that. Which is good. It's nice to have just an unabashed bad guy every now and again. Keeps things fresh.
You can drop the disguise, Commander. She knows about you. Nope. This is Min. We grew up together in the, fancy part of town.
Real fancy. Even the cockroaches wanted out of that dump. Speaking of cockroaches, sorry Mogi gave you the runaround, but he's right about us being swamped. Lee keeps piling stuff on.
Let me know if there's more I can do. I think Lee's just stressed.
Well, he can join the club. I know. You've got a soft spot for him.
Guess I can relate to him in some ways. His early days, at least. He can actually be easy to talk to, when he wants to.
Well, he's definitely got a soft spot for you. I told him you'd be there soon. Might want to head over.
Make any headway on that Purist case?
I feel like I'm about to make a breakthrough, but a million distractions keep popping up. Like earlier, I guess some guy was in our lobby shouting. Now I have to look into that. The city's coming unhinged.
Yeah. Wild times we're living in.
I can't imagine who could have done that. Glub. No, that's right. Okay. So, I remember this upcoming fight as being kind of mean. I'm curious how much we're just gonna run over it.
A vortex has opened up in a Shinjay resident's kitchen. No one has fallen in, yet.
I might be thinking of the strike version. I don't know. That's up. Of course it's up. I don't know, we only really poked at strikes. Because you need a group for those. No, it's okay, Giga. Kill them all, Giga.
An uneventful day.
I do remember this being a good fight.
Place is always empty this time of night. Gives me the creeps. But less commotion's probably a good thing. Lee usually works late, so he should be in his office. Let's take care of this.
Yeah, no, this is it. This is it, Giga.
You brought the evidence, right?
Of course. Have a little faith in me.
Just making sure we've covered our bases. Lee can be tough to get through to sometimes. There's sort of an art to talking with him. Let me start things off, and you can back me up.
When should I chime in?
You'll know. Just be patient and pay attention. Nervous?
Lee doesn't intimidate me.
Good. That makes one of us.
I have dealt with much worse than Lee.
I knew you were the man for the job, Rama. I'd say you've got a promotion on the horizon. But first things first. Bring the suspect downstairs for questioning. We have a long night ahead of us.
Sir, before we do that, you should know there have been some developments in the case.
Go on.
I hate to admit it, but I think we've been pursuing the wrong perp. I believe this suspect to be innocent.
Sounds like someone's been charmed by Ambassador Meade's dubious narrative.
Congrats, Giga.
Don't tell me you're falling for their lies.
No, sir. But I think our previous assumptions may not be as cut and dried as we thought.
What isn't cut and dried? This outsider's been part of every breach of national security since we opened our borders. That includes the reactor incident.
This was used at the reactor, Minister.
Nice.
What exactly am I looking at?
A piece of the device used in the reactor incident. Aether Blade Tech. Anka, the Blade's first mate, used it to drain the dragon's magic during the airship crash. She then staged a mutiny. Later, she used that stored magic to cause the reactor incident. The signature matches the crystals at the scene.
To say this story sounds far-fetched would be putting it mildly.
Minister, you taught me to believe in this organization, in the values it stands for. If I have even a shred of proof that points towards someone's innocence, it's my duty to take it seriously. Right now, the biggest threat isn't the commander. It's the dragon rampaging in the Jade Sea. We need to get her under control, and June's our best bet for that. The commander's willing to help with June once you give us the okay. Ha-Ung, I need you to trust me.
Very well. Let's get going. Oh, and Rama, if you ever use my given name again, you'll be on desk duty until you retire. I have transport available on the roof. Should get us to June fairly quickly.
So what do you think his game is here? Because he's obviously scheming. You didn't quite see it, but he was considering for a long moment after Rama's plea. I love this giant Hylic just walking after him. Would you like to exit to New Kaineng City? Yeah, we walked in willingly.
Incredible. There's nothing in Tyria I can even compare this place to.
I still remember the first time you brought me up here, sir. I was in awe.
I felt the same when I started here. It's only gotten more impressive. Humbling reminder of how far we've come.
Yeah, there's the central...
My specialized task
that
force.
thing.
Trained them myself. They'll be assisting tonight.
Yep, and they just jump on the elevator. Definitely getting some Captain America vibes here.
June's left her mark on this nation. She is a talented woman. Wish she'd focus that talent on what's in front of her.
Some people are always looking for what else is out there. Guess we prefer working with what's already here. Everyone thinks their view of the world's the right one.
Is everyone ready?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Before we start, this is actually what Giga says. It's the giant Hylic. Before we start, does anyone want to get out? And would you like to exit to New Kaineng City?
Rama?
Subdue the criminal.
Sir, what are you doing?
I'm sorry you got caught up in this mess, son. But it's best you leave matters to us. We'll see that they're handled appropriately.
Guards,
See to it the outsider remains alive. But if force is required, you may use it.
I'm not going anywhere till we get this straightened out.
This is the best part of the job.
Of course, the Ministry of Security hires thugs who enjoy killing people. Why wouldn't they?
It's my pleasure to detain you tonight. No need to be ostentatious now. It's unbecoming.
Got your jail cell ready. Flew off the pillow myself.
Aw, that's so sweet of you. Thanks.
Commander, get over here! Behind my shield!
I like how they're targeting Giga.
It's Min, with a drone. Hi. Captain to left, I finally solved the Pyrrhus case, and well, I didn't want you to be alone with Lee.
Oh no.
Yeah, you'll have to detain him. Let me try and find you a way up there. There, you should be able to reach him now. Be careful.
This night just keeps getting better, huh? Minister, this will be easier if you cooperate.
This useless outsider is not worth your career or your freedom.
The commander is innocent!
They're all in. Rama, stop this nonsense! You're interfering with the law!
You're ignoring the law! Ah!
What he said was they're all innocent, but even the smallest cut can lead to infection.
Place them both under arrest. Time in solitary should get Rama's head straight.
Ahem. What he said was they're all innocent, but even the slightest cut can lead to infection, and this one's been left to fester. So now we fight all of the previous bosses at the same time. This is part of why this fight works so well, by the way. Nice escalation.
Strength in pairs.
Okay, back up there.
Man, you're absolutely sure. There's no
You know
doubt
who
he's...
you're dealing with?
I'm sorry. Alright, go get him.
Captain Min, I'll have your badge for this!
File a report.
Ah.
Polluting your nation, Rama. Eroding its culture, its people.
I think I'd know about eroded culture!
Oh, don't be dramatic. History is the ebb and flow of power. Humanity's striving for its best iteration.
Sir, I insist. Allow me to help.
Mind yourself, soldier. I said I'll handle this.
Finish them off, Commander. I'll take care of Lee.
Take care of him. I taught you to fight.
Right, at best.
Again. Oh shoot, I died. Ah.
Or half the people you claim to stand for. You betrayed Canva!
Betraying? A betrayal? Gods, bring them dead or alive. Makes no difference.
Go get him, Commander.
Count on it.
Usually I prefer to handle these matters in private. But as deathbeds go, you could do worse. Enjoy the view.
Now all of Canva can see who you really are.
Yeah, by the way, people are recording this live. I forget where they mentioned that, but they mentioned that somewhere.
Enough! Enough!
Too open, too obvious.
I can see it.
Lee Haung, I'm placing you under arrest for attempted murder and criminal conspiracy.
Oh, did we get the speed run?
If
Nice.
asshole were a crime, I'd charge you with that too.
Yeah, where's the achievement we just got? Oh, I got objection earlier. Fascist flattener. I love it. Yeah, there it is. is part of why I like Rama, though. It is so rare you see a legitimately good cop in fiction, and that is definitely Rama to a T. And Bregman's right about Lee. This dude is so amazingly insecure in his culture and his people and his nation and his policies and everything. And that's why he squeezes so damn hard. By the way, you are absolutely the fascist flattener, Giga. So, of course, he's just like, and he won't stop, and he won't stop. And we're just like, dude, no. You're up against the wall, buddy. And we way above your pay grade.
This is going to be a whole lot of paperwork. Well, Commander, looks like my night's booked. You'll have to get to June on your own.
Will do. Good luck with Lee.
Oh, and on behalf of the non-corrupt side of the Canthan justice system, thanks.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm an idiot. It was right there in front of me. Some detective.
This isn't on you. What's tough about these situations is they don't parade around in purist masks. You get so used to someone you miss their tells. Before you know it, you're used to those too.
I wasted 12 years working for Usoku Incarnate.
You've done so much, and that's not gonna stop. Lee didn't make you a great detective, or a great man. You did.
So, Rama.
Sorry about all of this.
At least now we can hold him accountable. Lee sure puts the criminal in criminal justice.
But he's right about you making a great minister. You represent Cantha more than he ever could.
Thanks. Doubt it's in the cards. Though he did set the bar nice and low for whoever's next.
Ouch. I know, right, Gaga? Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Yes, I would like to exit to New Kainang, finally.
The Ministry of Security is always watching.
Well, hang on. Let's go and wrap this up before we head east, because I'm pretty sure... Well, no, we've got one more quest before we head to Act 5. Oh, I know this step. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's do this quest.
Why am I here? Keith? Maureen? She's just barely holding it together.
Commander, why haven't you done what needs to be done?
Suwon? Is that you?
You must find a way to end this before...
We need you to hold on just a little longer. We're working on a solution.
There is no solution. We will not be undone.
Commander, look out! Ken! We heard your call, Commander.
Suwon, please. You must fight it. There is nothing left to fight.
If the Void's made it to the Titus Corpus
then it's over.
No, I'll buy you some time. But you must use it.
Is it true? Do we have to kill her?
Yes, but not with all of this inside her. It would unleash the Void onto the world. And the world would not survive it. Go, champion. You must reach June. She's the only hope we have.
Maureen! I'll stay with her. We'll hold this as long as we can. You're sure?
No more questions. Go!
The cycle is ending.
Absolutely, Logue. We kind of see it with Mordremoth and Krell Katorek. We never really get a chance with Jormag. Not really. And obviously Primordus would be fascinating, because there's probably nothing there.
I can't lose any more time. No more delays. No more entertaining doubters and petty disagreements. I need to get to June.
I like that line, and I like how she says it. Enough is enough, let's freaking go.
Did you attend June's last gala? All the big names were there.
It's actually funny, because this is what happens in Guild Wars 2. Alright, big end of the world stakes, but hang on, we gotta deal with some nonsense. And we always do. But, like, we're running up against the clock really hard right now. So, let's go. Actually, I do agree, Logue. The thing in Endwalker is appropriately horrifying and brilliantly presented. Also leads to some of the best scenes in that expansion. But conceptually, I think the Void is better constructed.
You made it! Commander, what happened?
Suwon. She's lost.
Lost?
Overwhelmed by Void. Completely. The way the world will be. Soon.
It won't. We will stop this.
We have to.
Come on, Timey's waiting. She's arranged a meeting with June, which is surprising, honestly, since as far as I know, June still blames you for what happened.
Yeah, ignore the 3 giant mechas that are 4, 5 giant mechas at the front door. 6, sorry, missed one. 7, 8, 9.
Welcome! Welcome to the Estate of June. Things are real bad, aren't they?
Yes. We need to start work on the extractor right away. Where's June?
Oh, inside. Right this way.
Why am I not seeing a door?
It's got a bit of a trick to it. June likes to show off for her guests. Everything here runs on Jade Tech. Power down that battery, Commander.
Well, that was certainly flashy. This is where you've been working?
Yeah, even though the labs over at Junlai are better equipped. June says she does all her best work here. I'm not gonna question her methods. She's found so many applications for dragon magic. Been kinda awkward though, since she hates you, Commander.
Speaking of that, how did you get her to agree to meet?
Oh, agree?
Timey.
Commander, how did you get in here? How did you get past my security? Timey.
Oh, hi June. I was just coming to see you, and as you can see, I brought,
Gods, I was foolish to let you into my confidence. And Ambassador Meade, I vouched for you.
Lady June, I didn't know that I wasn't invited. If I had, I never would have...
I won't let you make a fool of me again.
Just listen. The world is coming undone. Suwon's Void will tear it apart.
Then I will figure out how to contain her. Alone. Now either remove yourself or prepare to be removed. That includes you, Timey.
Damn it, June! Would you listen to any voice but your own for 5 seconds? You need us!
So, one of the character bits I like for End of Dragons is we're just so sick of this.
I tried, but she's got her own ideas. And whenever I tried to talk about you or the extractor, she shut me down.
So what now, then?
If we can make her listen, I'm sure she'll come around. We just need to find a way up to her workshop.
I could open a portal.
No. Not unless you want to portal your way straight into a cell block. This place is flush with anti-magic security. But it's also pretty easy to manipulate. June made those stairs disappear just by rerouting power from the batteries.
So if we redirected power back to them...
Exactly. There are batteries all over the place. Oh, and this place is connected to the Jadebot network, so you can launch them anywhere in here. I just need to authorize your credentials.
I do actually agree, Luke, with regards to the Lee fight.
I've actually been on a tour of the whole house. Every day, June would say she was gonna take me, and then we'd get caught up in our work. The whole day would just, slip away.
I'm glad you've been having such a good time.
I'm sorry, Commander. I know I failed, but I've learned a lot, and June, well, she's brilliant. And despite the mild narcissism, she wants to do good. She can help us, and we can help her, and I know we can make her see that.
Yeah, pretty much, Braywin. I want to slap June during this sequence. No joke. And yeah, Luke, in simplicity. First report. We rarely see eye to eye, but it's our nation's interest that we continue to share information on our respective investigations. Despite the repeated insistence we renew, we have uncovered no evidence of Anka at the reactor. The idea that an outsider can weaponize your technology in a way you haven't even considered is hard to believe. Even I have to admit, no one knows Jade better than you. What we have recovered is a log in which the pirate Ivan clearly states you were their mark all along. This very pirate has been spotted in the company of other suspects. The cleanest explanation continues to be that your dragon champion used dragon magics. Your pet pirates betrayed you. That's where the facts lead. These outsiders are unworthy of your trust. Don't let them fool you again. Our independent investigation did not contradict the findings of Ministry of Security. I must apologize again for my failure to detain the outsiders earlier. They were stronger than I anticipated. I've turned my attention to the containment efforts in the Jade Sea, and I've made my own alliances with outsiders as a result. I ask you be careful. They've played us before. Great. June is very petty. And it makes sense. Like I said, she's brilliant, but was never challenged.
See any way to open this door? Could be the switch is on the other side.
Oh, this is a triple, isn't it? So let's go ahead and do this.
You're getting handy with that Jadebot. Maybe a new career if you get, tired of the adventure. More security, Max. Take him out!
So, part of the other problem with June is she's used to being the biggest fish in her sea. And in fairness, she is.
Ooh, this door's on a closed circuit. Can't reroute it. But its power core's sitting right up there. You're just gonna have to climb up and do some good old-fashioned smashing.
Oh, there it is. And June is the biggest fish in her sea. The problem is the ocean's a lot bigger than she thought.
Commander.
So, yeah, we are much bigger than she is, and we are from a much bigger sea than she is from.
Shield? How do I make this go away? Nothing happened.
Not enough power. Looks like there are 3 sounds. We only filled 1.
Okay, now, did I grab that one? Yep, so now I can grab this one. Perfect. Yeah, she's not quite a Krennic. Honestly, Minister Lee was closer to a Krennic in this situation.
I can't say I feel great about ransacking June's home.
I don't either, but she hasn't left us much of a choice.
True. But if we were hoping to make her trust us more, this might not be the best course of action. And if it doesn't work out, we are almost certainly being deported.
If the fabric of reality's around long enough for us to be deported, I'll accept it. Happily.
Yeah, no, we're angry. We are formally and officially done with this.
Commander,
And I love it.
we tripped the security again.
Yeah, this is all enough is enough. And soon is wasting time while our daughter is off being essentially tortured to try and hold back the flood of the void from consuming the entire world. No, games don't have politics, Linear, at least that's what I'm told.
Lady June's got quite the collection here. She's certainly decorated.
And she makes sure everyone who enters this house knows it.
I spent a little more time in court with her than you did, Commander. And I think I get it. The nobility won't let her forget where she came from. So she won't let them forget where she's gone.
Yeah, that's another thing. She actually doesn't have little dick syndrome. Ah, there it is. Okay, so boop. It's more like chip on her shoulder that never went away. Yeah, spite. That's a good word for that. Come on. There we go.
That'll take us back to the main hall. We haven't found any extra batteries, though. Maybe we should check that other room.
Fine. Bye, Giga. There we go. Yeah, this is why there's a warp to party leader button.
Showroom? I wonder if they're working models. Oh, guess that answers that question.
Oh, absolutely, Braven. She looks at the commander like just another noble she has to prove herself against. Like, from her perspective, it even makes sense. Oh, of course, only you know how to deal with dragons. Like, I don't know anything about dealing with elder dragons. Give me a break. Under more, well, let's say less time-consuming circumstances, we might have even been able to, be more politic about this. We just don't have the time anymore. Like, we have officially reached the done with this point. Okay. Exactly, Luke. Our daughter's at risk, the world's at risk, your ego does not matter that much.
Or that I wouldn't have a backup security system?
Tampering detected. Secondary lockdown initiated.
She sealed off the batteries.
And turned on some pretty unfriendly-looking lasers.
Nonsense, Kaz. All lasers are incredibly friendly. You just need to point them in the right direction, and they're happy to oblige. Like, say, at some shields.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Well, okay. Good to know. I wonder how they decide which one to target. Honestly, it's probably the same aggro system every enemy uses.
We're getting close.
You're sure?
If we weren't, the house wouldn't be trying so hard to kill us.
Let's get this done before it succeeds.
Ambassador Meade,
Yes, Detective?
they're asking for you in court. News of the minister's arrest is getting around. They need you to answer some questions about the commander's involvement.
I'm needed here.
Go, Kaz. We can handle June.
I guess I'm on my way then. My only diplomatic advice is just to listen and try to understand.
I will try. I'll give her a few seconds. I'd say that's reasonable enough. Yeah, the pacing of End of Dragons is actually pretty good. It legitimately feels like the apocalypse. Finally. I mean, in fairness.
Does June have a child?
Yeah, a daughter, Sung. That's a pretty normal thing for a person to have. You know, if you don't spend your time traveling around the world fighting dragons. Just saying.
She doesn't seem like the motherly type.
Well, I wouldn't say she's motherly, but that doesn't mean she isn't a mom. Her husband, Gi-moon, that's way more his thing. Nice guy.
Who? Oh, whatever.
Unauthorized access detected.
Okay. what's the point of that then? Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Keep it open, Giga. Keep it open. Please. Please. Over here. Oh, I need to... Oh, it worked. It worked. Yeah, we're good. Be free, Giga. Wait, you can't be free. It's okay. I'll get you out of it. I'll get you out of it. You can't teleport to me or anything. Damn it. Okay, fine. Damn. I forgot until mid-sentence that you can teleport to me. It's okay. It's okay. I was just trying to unsolve the puzzle so I could resolve it really quick.
Activating security grid.
No! Oh, I was so close.
So, this room. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this puzzle is actually pretty well done overall. When you're in a group. And I've never done this without another person. Like Evo. She was like, join me for this puzzle. And I was like, never. I'll never join you. And she told me it is inevitable. This is what Evo's voice sounds like in real life. It is your destiny. Okay. Yeah, look at the walkthrough of this dungeon sometimes. It's actually kind of bonkers. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. I killed my own bot. Whoa! Why does my bot keep not coming out? Oh, that's why. Okay. Alright. I can make this work. We'll just grab this from up here, pull it back to me, manually walk up here, and manually put it here.
Ah, it worked! Well, for you anyway. The stairs just went back out. But don't worry, I'll get this fixed and join you in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go beat the crap out of June. Bye.
The Ministry of Security has been arrested. Details are still emerging. But reports are that the powerful Tyrian known as the Commander may have been involved.
So, Commander, you're going around arresting state officials now?
Lee attacked us. He's a purist.
I know. He couldn't have made it more obvious if he'd walked around carrying a bust of Reiko herself. What happened?
We brought him proof we were innocent. He preferred we keep looking guilty.
And I suppose you brought that proof here?
Yes. A piece of Anka's extractor.
Guild Wars 1 reference, though. I don't know.
Commander, it seems I owe you an apology. You really had nothing to do with it.
Thank you, but we don't need to waste time on apologies. We need to discuss potential solutions.
Potential solutions? I have a solution. Tiny and I have been working on the means to recapture Suwon and restore the reactor.
June, I'm afraid recapture isn't an option.
And I'm afraid not recapturing isn't an option, Commander.
Suwon's magic is all but completely corrupted by the Void.
I've been working on a way to increase the efficacy of my filtration system. It's nearly there.
It's too late. You can't.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
And there it is. Right there.
Batteries only have enough power left for weeks, months maybe, and then everything stops working. Do you know what that means?
I will not allow you to put her back in that reactor.
Then I guess we're at an impasse. I don't want to do this. But we need that reactor. People will die if those batteries fail.
Everyone will die when Su-1 succumbs to the void!
I won't let that happen!
Alchemy, leave you alone for 2 minutes!
Get out of here, Tiny. I have no desire to hurt you.
Then maybe you should try turning off the lasers!
No, the
Initiated
commander
the
levied
override.
threats, so I
Gonna
answered.
need you to flip a few switches for me,
Either
though.
leave or I will be forced to use them on you too.
Commander, hold off the mix. I'll try to override the system and find us a way to shut it down.
Tiny.
Commander, I exposed one of the power cores. You know what to do.
How did you... Ugh. I've equipped this room with backups upon backups. You won't get through them all.
Another nice thing, I mentioned she's used to being the biggest fish in the room. This is a great example of this. This whole battle right here. She actually thinks she can threaten us.
She's shielded everything.
Tiny, we've been working on this together. You verified my results.
Yeah, I did. But the variables have changed. And the corruption is so much worse than we were accounting for. There just isn't time to make your way work. Another power core! Can you find a way up there?
None of you understand. You can't even comprehend what I've achieved.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, sorry, us plus Timey, and Giga, of course.
I will do what the gods could not. I will free us from the tyranny of the dragon cycle. I saved this empire, and you're going to destroy it with your feeble imaginations.
Combat mode set to round.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Getting juggled by something. Oh, it's the thing coming from the other side. No wonder I couldn't dodge it. I couldn't see it coming. No! Don't... Ah! Oh my god, this is actually really frustrating. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop.
This last shield's connected to multiple cores. We'll need to take them all out.
Okay. Well, this is interesting. Oh, and now we're below the floor. Perfect. I was going to comment on this because I'm 90% certain one of us got stuck the last time I did this fight, too. In a game with this kind of engine, this many moving platforms on the floor, yeah, they had to have known this was going to happen. Game. Has it not been 30 seconds? Do I need to count 30 seconds out? Did it count me as moving? God, it might have counted me as moving. Let's try that again. I can't. Okay. Okay, so this is my life now. There's the underside of the world down there. I can kind of see the thing. Oh, it's this way, apparently. Oh, it's up there. I see it. Can you reach it, Giga? Like, I can't even tell what you're doing. What are you talking about? This is exactly how this boss fight is supposed to go. Especially since I'm having trouble stucking my way out. I don't want to exit out, because then we'll just have to start all over. There we go. Okay. Hands off the keyboard. Yeah, it's pretty common to get Rift Essence groups, at least right now. I hope that movement it just forced me into does not count as activity. Oh, thank God. Okay. Where the hell am I? God damn it! I've mentioned before how easy it is to accidentally dodge roll when you're doing jumping. Well, that's an explanation of that in one quick showcasing. Go away.
That's the last year security, June. You're gonna have to talk to us.
No. I had it all under control. I saved Suwon from herself. I was trying to save all of you.
June, what you did to Suwon only delayed the inevitable.
It gave civilization a chance. Someone has to lead. Someone always has to lead. I don't apologize for being exceptional. I don't apologize for being brilliant.
You are brilliant. And I know it feels like the world's always underestimated you, but I don't. We share the same goal. You can find a new future, one without Suwon. I'll help you. But none of us have a future if we go at it alone.
Okay. Let's talk.
Not like you had any other options at this point. Also, I do like how the only decoration she has in her room is a picture of her mother.
Yes, I think we can easily reconstruct it from what the commander brought us. We'll use that to drain enough void magic that it'll be safe for the commander to deal with Suwon. There won't be much... oh, heck. Any time for testing it.
We'll make more than one, then, to account for any potential points of failure. Have you thought about containment options?
That's Aurene.
And if she should fall, we need backup options, Taimi. Backups upon backups, always. To protect us from total failure. Unless, of course, our opponents are irritatingly persistent.
Commander, we'll get this done. It's gonna be a bit rough and ready, but it'll happen.
Good. Then I'll meet you two in the Jade Sea.
You can be sure of it, Commander.
Okay. Holy moly, lady. Thank you for agreeing to join us in saving the entire planet from literal erasure. God, this woman.
Commander? Ready for some good news? You're in the clear. You can finally deactivate that silly mask.
And then give it to me. We don't need to let Minto know, right?
Detective Rama testified on your behalf, and then June herself called in to drop all charges. There were a few holdouts in the court, but with Minister Lee being arrested for purist activities,
it suddenly became very unfashionable to look suspicious of outsiders.
representatives of every major faction are headed to the Jade Sea to help fight the Void.
So what's our play?
Our play?
Yes. Commander goes where the action is. I'm sticking with you.
It'll be up to us to get the Extractus in place. Meet me at Arbastone. We need a plan of attack.
We're not doing this tonight, by the way. It's already well after my cutoff point. But I thought that would be a good cutoff point. Because tomorrow... we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll actually finish End of Dragons tomorrow. Like, we'll finish End of Dragons proper, but there's some post-patch stuff, which I'm not even sure I've actually done all of. Get rid of that, get rid of that. What's that? Fine fish fillet. Giga! Bling. Yeah, tomorrow I get to give more negatives. But for now, I'm going to go and chop off. I'll see y'all.